In Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't play fair. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 1: The Mysterious Call. It was late at night. In a certain building in the old city, a young man who was addicted to playing cards sat in front of a computer and moved the mouse. Miao was playing a game. He was using the Tier Crown Elegy deck, also known as the Pearl Tier Elegy Tribe, which is the symbol of the 2.0 version of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Pearl Tier Elegy Tribe has a feature, that is, it can be activated during the opponent's turn, and the special feature of the Graveyard Fusion can create obstacles to give the opponent a headache. At the same time, the supporting magic trap of this deck is also very powerful. Brand? It must be Abyss Beast. I don't believe you have Abyss Beast in your hand. The game started quickly. Miao's hand was not very healthy, and he was the second player. As we all know, the first player and the second player in the development of Yu-Gi-Oh! Are not the same game. The first player's brand played a Dragon Mage and activated the effect Let Me Jump, Pearl Tier Elegy Tribe, Little Mermaid. The opponent's brand was very cunning and threw a value-added G, but Miao was not panicked at all. The chain began. Darn Pearl Tier Elegy Tribe, Little Mermaid, 1000 definition, Water Tribe, Little Mermaid enters the field. Special summon this card from your hand. Send 3 cards from your deck to the graveyard. G takes effect. The opposing Dragon Mage starts to draw cards. But Miao showed a cruel smile, because Little Mermaid had 3 cards stacked, including Mallet Mermaid, Siren Mermaid, and Strings of Splitting Through the Destruction, continuous magic card. Each Pearl Tier Mermaid sent to the graveyard can trigger fusion, and Strings of Splitting Through the Destruction can retrieve a home trap card. Chain begins. Pearl Tiers, move for me, let me see your limits. Backhand. This is the confidence that Pearl Tiers brings me. Ah, beautiful Pearl Tiers, immortal. Fight, understand, become Pearl Tiers. This is the process of Miao's fall. After all, he has forgotten why he started out in the first place for the sake of strength. The game ended quickly. Miao defeated the branded player with Pearl Tiers. Soon, the other party added a temporary friend, opened a channel, and started to criticize Miao. You idiot Pearl Tier, I don't have an Abyss Beast at the beginning, otherwise I will dig out all your mermaids. Abyss brand is the best in the world. The appearance of such remarks certainly made others unhappy. We are the strongest thunder spirits. Have you seen the naughty elf and dragon cannon? And the thunder iron, which is the most difficult to operate. Are you afraid? Get lost. With the round god in hand, I will directly start with a single card. Silver City is the king. You don't understand the power of the sister card at all. Fuck, have you guys asked me, the Gun King of Cheyenne who banning order? The players of the Divine Monument remained silent because they all knew their future fate. In response to the remarks of these guys, Miao's counterattack was equally strong. You are such a fool. Don't think that you can be happy just because the Earth Angel and other cards are restricted. When the Kusharoth comes next month, I will kill all of you guys with Kusha Pearl Tiers. The speeches at the scene became more and more intense, and more people joined in. Everyone sprayed each other until the sky was dark. Miao was one of them. Soon, Miao was tired of spraying. He opened a drawer where various genuine Yu-Gi-Oh cards were placed, and even domestic ZCG fake cards. Miao took out a fake card of Martyr, Archangel of Nothingness to observe. He found that the card holder of this fake card was a bit worn out, so he stuffed it into his pocket and looked for an opportunity to get a new TT. Coincidentally, at this moment, a deep blue channel suddenly appeared in front of the computer. Miao thought he had opened some hidden page, but the next second, changes occurred. An emotionless prompt sound appeared in Miao's ears. Duel Pioneer, connecting Yu-Gi-Oh! First generation is connecting, transmission is on. Miao stood in a blue channel that was being transmitted. The flow rate of this channel was very fast. Many data began to flash and jump around. Miao's mind was working quickly. I seem to have come to an incredible place. Is this a portal? What a pity. I don't know how to get out at all. Please pass the following dual engine test. If you can't pass it, you will die directly. Soon, Miao entered the game. He must win in one round with limited resources. Enemy front field, Millennium Shield with 3000 defense, Marshmallow with 500 defense, Synchro Monster Funu City with 3000 defense. Enemy backfield. 1 cover card enemy life value. 5400. Miao took a look at the cards in his hand, including Fusion, Miracle Fusion, Equal, Mask Change. There are only 3 cards in the extra deck. Goal, kill the opponent in 1 round. Oh, this is too easy. I was a hero player before ZHU Duo. Storytelling 1.0 begins. Activate Equal, retrieve a hero monster from the deck, and add it to your hand. The deck only has 2 cards, a Skyman and a Seaman. Miao retrieved Skyman of course. Summon Skyman, retrieve the Seaman from the deck, and add it to your hand. Activate Magic Card Fusion. Seaman plus Skyman equals Elemental Hero, Big Tornado. Elemental Hero, Big Tornado, 2880k. Warrior, Big Tornado is activated when the fusion summon is successful, and the attack and defense of all monsters on the opponent's field are reduced to half. Marshmallow, Millennium Shield, and Floating New City's defense are all reduced by half. Not yet finished. Activate Miracle Fusion. Exclude Skyman and Seaman from the graveyard for a second fusion summon. When the 2 forces unite, the strongest warrior will be born from one of the distant cold lands. Come out, Elemental Hero, Absolute Zero. Boom, the cold hero is born. Elemental Hero, Absolute Zero, 2580k. Warrior, at this moment, I chain activate the last card in my hand. Mask Transformation. Under the power of Mask Transformation, the water attribute Absolute Zero will transform into the second masked hero monster of the same attribute. At this time, Miao's extra deck only has 1 card. Come out, Masked Hero, Acid Water. Whoosh, boom. Under the power of Mask Transformation, Elemental Hero, Absolute Zero Masked Hero, Acid Water. Masked Hero, Acid Water, 2680k. Warrior, at this moment, the linked power of the 2 heroes takes effect. Acid Water effect is activated. When this card is special summoned, all magic and trap cards on the opponent's field are destroyed. Absolute Zero effect is activated. When this card leaves the field, all monsters on the opponent's field are destroyed. Chain 1 Acid Water, Chain 2 Zero. UGIO's chain is from the back to the front. Zero's effect is activated first. Marshmallow, Millennium Shield, and Floating Newcastle are all destroyed. The Acid Water effect is activated, and the opponent's only backfield is destroyed. What is destroyed is a trap card magic cylinder with the word so strong, so I activate it. Miao enters the battle phase. Acid Water, 2600, plus Big Tornado Man, 2800, equals 5400 damage. Just emptied all the opponent's health. Endgame, cleared. It was at this time that Miao finally passed the test and was sucked into a big door that appeared in front of him. 0. Yeah, a new book is opened and it's still UGIO. By the way, I beg all the big guys to follow me. Chapter 2 Duel City, a grand series. Duel Pioneer, officially launched. Hint. Cards obtained in Duel World, DM, roughly correspond to the current era. In a dark blue corridor, scenes of the introduction to the UGIO world flashed by quickly. Miao had a strange expression. Because these flashing scenes were the beginning of the anime UGIO DM. Kaba and Jijiang's encounter. Due to strong jealousy and possessiveness, the Blue Eyes White Dragon was torn apart by Kaba. Ah, this is the White Dragon's cry. Baka's invitation. The savior insect Feathermoth single-handedly threw Exodia into the sea and restored a bright and clear world to the Duel world. The Duel Kingdom officially begins. The legend of King of Mouth beating Yuji Muto has begun. The fateful duel begins. Kaba forces the brother, and the professional power player King of Mouth beating is occupied by someone else, and Kaba wins the duel. Old Six Zork's attempt to plot against King of Mouth beating fails. Bakas reveals the power of the 1000-year-old artifact and fights King of Mouth beating to the death. King Mouth fuck won, and Bakas began to recall the memories of the dead wife, trying to use the power of darkness, shouting, "Resurrection, my love." In the end, Bakas was dug out his eyes. Since then, the Duel Kingdom has officially ended. KC Group has made frequent big moves in recent days, and Kabasito has issued the latest duel rules and a brand new duel disc! The new era of DM has begun. Ding 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 ding, ding ding ding, the familiar magic music of the DM era sounded. Miao suppressed his excitement and took a look at the duel disc on his left wrist. I really came to the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! This is right. Card man, this is the world you should come to. A world where playing cards is respected. There is no deeper reason. Miao wants to play cards now! He wants to play cards hard. Miao dug into his trouser pocket and found that the fake ZCG card also came with him. However, the effects, attributes, and attack power of this fake card were all erased. Maybe it's because it's a fake card. Not only that, Miao also found a problem. In the CG animation just now, he looked very similar to Yuji Muto's facial features. The only difference is that their pupils are different in color and their hairstyles are different. After coming to this world, Miao's hairstyle changed from normal to non-mainstream. As we all know, the first generation Duel King Yuji Muto had a starfish head. Miao's hairstyle is a non-mainstream hairstyle that Fujiki Yusaku had when he entered the virtual world in the 6th part. Yuji Muto plus the non-mainstream hairstyle of Yuji Osaku in the 6th part. What else can we do? Miao took a deep breath. His last name is Yu, and his hairstyle is passing. He is indeed the protagonist! If Miao was not a card player, but someone else traveled through time, he would probably not understand the gamma play of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. When I was young, my friends didn't understand the gamma play and rules of Yu-Gi-Oh. Someone put the cards on the ground to shoot. As long as you turn over the opponent's cards, then these cards are his. This is still normal. Some friends will use cards as darts. Whoever flies farther, your card will be his. Ha ha ha. Miao found something special about himself. Of course, it's not the strength of a certain part. Panel, Miao level 1. Reach the corresponding level and you will get a reward. Fighting spirit. 2. The higher the level, the lower the probability of getting stuck, and the higher the probability of creating miracles in times of crisis. Skills. 0. Player exclusive auxiliary skills. Deck. 1. Talents, soul inheritance. For every monster card you get, there is a 0.5% chance of directly awakening a powerful monster spirit hatching. Use a monster card with the elf heart to duel. You can improve your proficiency, and you can awaken a powerful monster spirit when your proficiency reaches 80%. Soul of the card master. Your experience and foresight in playing cards in your previous life are recognized. Every time you open a card pack, there is a small chance of getting a card that surpasses the current version. Hint, your talent is unique. Dark energy. 0. Possessing dark energy, you can start the dark game or resist darkness. Special props, extraordinary elves, and special adventures can increase the dark energy level. Crystal. 0. Player exclusive currency, card dust. 0. Levels, card groups, skills, etc. should all be exclusive to players, a bit like the mode of Duel Links. Fighting spirits, talents, dark energy, etc. are definitely not something that players can possess. These should be special attributes that belong exclusively to the DM world. A bold guess emerged. Miao may be a player, but he is also a person from the Yu-Gi-Oh world. Question mark? Name, come out? Miao tried in a low voice. The next second, the name Miao popped out of his head. Come back. After saying that, the name disappeared immediately. This action once again confirmed Miao's guess. Miao also found a tutorial for beginners. But as a card player, does he need this kind of beginner tutorial? The answer is no. However, passing the tutorial will reward random cards! Miao enjoyed it. After all, it was too much. It took some time to pass the tutorial. Miao got some crystals and a random card pack. This card pack opened several meaningless white low attack monsters. But there was one card that surprised Miao. It was a magic card. Curtain of Black Magic. Curtain of Black Magic. Pay 1000 basic points to activate. Select one magician type, dark attribute monster from your hand or graveyard to special summon. Perhaps, Miao can focus on the magician type in the early deck. Suddenly, a system prompt appeared. Initial mission, different paths, details. Your specialness is destined to an extraordinary life. When you first come to this world, as a person with a special identity, you must do everything you can to become stronger. Please choose a camp to join within a limited time. 3 hours reward, unknown penalty, none. You can't even join a camp, which means you are a failed protagonist. Choose a camp. Miao focused on the camp. Protagonist camp, KC camp, Guru's camp. Other camps. Tip: after successfully joining a camp, you cannot change it before the end of the Duel City event. What can you get by joining the protagonist camp? Gain the deep friendship of the protagonist group and become one of them. Miao is not very interested. Joining the KC camp may be profitable, but it must be a wrong option, not to mention Kabasito's weird entanglement. I will love him until I die, and you may not be able to join. According to Kabasito's personality, if Miao runs over now, the following scene will definitely happen. Either Miao can't even enter the gate of KC group, and is directly carried away by the black-clad bodyguards. Or you do see Kabasito, but the other party looks at you with his nose, laughs wildly and says this, ha 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 ha, a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck joins my group. Fangu number 2. Chapter 3 Pre-Group. The other camps are most likely on ISIS side. Duel City is about to begin, which means that ISIS has given the giant god soldier to Sito Kaba. The plot of Duel City is obviously a game between the protagonist group, KC group, and gurus. It is indeed not appropriate to join other camps. ISIS is still a superstitious girl, deeply poisoned by the 1000-year-old artifact. Miao obviously cannot convince the other party to hand over the almost invincible Zanming to himself. Is it possible that he and Muto Yuji have highly similar facial features? It seems that there are too few choices. Miao finally decided to join the Guru's camp. Hint: choosing to join the Guru's camp is more dangerous. Guru's is the largest villain organization in Duel City, a part-time counterfeiting group. Sunny Boy Malik is the leader of this organization. As for the goal of Sunny Boy, it's very simple. Malik wants to make the nameless pharaoh, Yami Yuji, feel painful, and he wants to liberate the fate of the gravekeeping family. Therefore, Duel City is realized. Wealth and honor are sought in danger. Malik has not come to Tangxi City yet. According to the original plot, that guy will arrive in this city at least when the first stage of Duel City opens. I can take advantage of this time difference and use the resources of the Guru's organization to become stronger, so I decided to go to Guru's. Miao thought about it, and found that joining Guru's was the best choice. Guru's is a counterfeiting group with mixed fish and fish, so it should not be that difficult to join. Maybe Miao can still get a lot of wool from Malik. I guess the assessment is inevitable. After all, this is a world of playing cards. Miao opened the attribute panel and clicked to enter the deck. As a duelist, the strength of the deck determines your future. The deck shows 1, proving that Miao has a deck slot. Open this deck, a total of 40 cards. Among them, there are only 2 magic cards. One is Attack Seal, and the other is the invincible Big Fireball. Attack Seal. Select one attack position monster on the opponent's field and change it to face-up defense position. Big Fireball. Deal 500 damage to the opponent. Miao likes this fireball more, which is specially used to kill duelists who like to lock health. But Duel City seems to have a banned card list, and Kabasito has locked all these cards that lose health at no cost in the small dark room. There is only one trap card, which is Reinforcement instead of Reinforcement. Reinforcement can only be activated by targeting one face-up monster on the field. The attack power of that monster increases by 500 until the end of the turn. There are 37 monster cards left, 36 of which are low star plus low attack normal monsters with unknown meaning. The remaining one effect monster card is Coolie Wave! Exclamation mark. Well, this is a little consolation. Yu is a member of the same generation, a sea slughead, and his initial deck has Coolie Wave. He is indeed the protagonist. It's just that the initial deck is too youthful, poor. For Miao, who has always pursued competitive strength, this deck is too difficult to handle. Wait, that's not right. Miao discovered that this initial deck was full of murderous intent. Exclamation mark. At first glance, this initial deck did not have high star plus high attack monsters, but it had a 4-star high attack blank monster card. Twin Elf Sisters. Only 4 stars have an attack power of up to 1900, almost reaching the limit of 2000, which is unrivaled. If it was still the Duel Kingdom era, this card would not be a big deal. But Duel City issued the official rules of the first generation of games. The duelist's initial life value is 4000 points. Monsters of 4 stars and below can be summoned without sacrifice. 56 stars require 1 sacrifice. 7 stars and above require 2 sacrifices. The 3 mythical gods require 3 sacrifices, because they must use 3 monsters as sacrifices to summon them. In this version, low star high attack monsters are the king. Duel identities are indeed different. Miao opened the Duel Pioneer and found the mall platform that only players have. After receiving various benefits, he got 1000 crystals. Must be strengthened. Can this broken deck duel? I guess it's hard to beat a passerby. Since Miao is going to join gurus, he must be cautious, because he hates losing. There is only one card box in the mall. Low level, attack and defense specialization. Judging from the name, this card box must be very salty, even saltier than salted fish eyes. Click to view. A few seconds later, Miao said with disgust, "This card box is so salty." The legendary sword. This equipment magic card is actually senior. Legendary sword. Only warriors can equip it, and the attack and defense of the equipped monster increase by 300. The entire attack specialization card box has only 2 cards. One is energy boost and the other is wall of severance. Energy boost. Discard 1 card from your hand and activate it with a monster on the field as the target. The monster's attack power increases by 1500 this turn. Wall of severance. Activate when the opponent's monster declares an attack. The attack power of all attacking monsters on the opponent's field is reduced by the number of monsters on the opponent's field dex 800. The cards in this card box are not bad. In the early days of Yu-Gi-Oh, these red pits that affect the attack value were still very powerful. But this damn card box has hundreds of cards, 100 crystals to draw 1 pack. 1 pack has 5 cards, and the cards in the card box will not disappear after being drawn. This means that the card box is a bottomless pit. Guaranteed? There is no such thing. It depends on your luck. The European Emperor is against the sky, and the non-Africans are defeated. At this time, Miao found that there was something special on the other side of the mall. This place actually has presets. Presets are probably just a simple card box. Although there are fewer cards in the simple card box, some of the cards in it are more valuable, and you don't need to rely on luck. Just spend a certain amount of crystals to buy it. Miao checked the price of the preset. Wow. Selling price. 800 crystals. This broken preset is almost all meaningless cards. Only the Wall of Sundering card has some value. There is not even a high star plus high attack monster. Family. It's so painful. Who understands? Since DM is the first Yu-Gi-Oh, the world view is limited, and the Duel Kingdom is still in the air. In this era, high attack and high star blank monsters are the mainstream, and the value of each card is extraordinary. If there is a high attack plus high star blank, Miao can sell it, and then use the money to exchange some cards from this world to strengthen his own means. Tip: cards purchased and obtained by players from the mall cannot be sold or exchanged in DM generation. It is not advisable to use the bud to gain benefits, and he was directly warned. So this preset is actually buying this red pit with money. A smell of pit dad is blowing in my face. Miao finally bought this preset. Because buying a preset is always the most cost effective. The initial deck is too useless. If you don't add some powerful red pits, the purity is really too low. After buying a preset once, you can buy it up to twice. If you buy duplicate presets multiple times, the price will overflow by 50%, so the second purchase will become 1200 crystals. The game is broken. Miao directly closed them all and slightly adjusted the deck 0. Thank you for your recommendation, votes and collections. If you sign a contract, it will probably be tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Chapter 4, Simple Axe Environment. After adjusting the deck, Miao chose to go to the Grus camp. Several special coordinates guided him to move forward along the correct route. These should be several secret bases of grass in Tangxi City. There are quite a lot of them. It is worthy of being an internationally renowned card counterfeiting group. This reputation is amazing. Without the fair, Miao can only use the most primitive way. That is running. During the journey, Miao personally experienced the true charm of the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything is decided by playing cards. Couples quarreling on the roadside use cards to decide the winner. A dog-blooded love triangle played cards to decide the winner, and the loser got out of the way. The investigator captured the criminal and still played cards to decide the winner. Various examples are being staged. Miao became more and more excited as he watched, and he couldn't help but say, "It's really a paradise for duelists." He deliberately went to several nearby card stores for a few turns, and he discovered one thing. In the DM world, those high star plus high attack whiteboard monsters are indeed outrageously expensive. One card, one room. That's easy as for Pot of Greed and Angel's Charity. These first generation banned cards are not as cheap as Miao imagined. The reason why these cards seem to be cheap is that it depends on what cards they are compared with. Compared with those ridiculously expensive whiteboard high attack monster cards, Pot of Greed and Angel's Charity are of course cheap. It's impossible to pick up Pot of Greed and Angel's Charity, even if you go to the trash can several times. Miao said with regret. Pot of Greed, brainless and no cost to exchange 1 for 2. You will win if you draw it. Angel's Charity, force draw 3 cards, then choose 2 to send to the grave. A fake card that combines the 3 effects of drawing cards, filtering, and sending to the grave. Coming to the DM world, is it reasonable not to use the first generation banned cards? During the journey, Miao was also mistaken by some duelists. Those people mistook him for Muto Yuji. After Duel Kingdom, Muto Yuji became completely famous. They mistook me for a starfish head. These people are blind. Arbing's high school grades were not ideal, and his dreams were even more confused. Since duel monsters became popular all over the world, Arbing seemed to have found his own way to rise. He and those duelists who have already made a name for themselves have a bright future. So Arbing made a decision. He went to return the rented house first. Under the reluctant eyes of the landlady, Arbing was going to gamble everything and step into the world of duelists. Goodbye, the unruly self in the past. Wait, Yuji Muto? Arbing saw the handsome young man running next to him and shouted this sentence. Nowadays, in the duel world, who doesn't know Yuji Muto? That's the man who defeated the father of duel monsters in the Duel Kingdom. Black Magician. This legendary and extremely precious monster card. If I can get it, wouldn't it take off? Just like that. Miao was intercepted by the man named Arbing in front of him. And he was also asked to duel by the other party. Yuji Muto, I'll bet on who I and challenge you to a duel. Arbing said righteously. Do you know what you are talking about? Miao almost couldn't hold back when he heard what the other party said. He planned to confess everything. He was not Yuji Muto. Obviously he was not a starfish head. Should these people go to the ophthalmology department to make an appointment? Arbing found that his girlfriend had no attraction to Yuji Muto, so he immediately changed his target and said, damn it, Yuji Muto, then I'll bet on my deck to challenge you. Yuji Muto is indeed a real card man. No woman in his eyes, a natural god at playing cards. No wonder he can defeat the father of duel monsters. There is a reason for this. Bet on the deck. Miao stopped. This passerby Arbing must be weaker than the members of Gurus. Why not strengthen a wave of decks here first? Wouldn't it be great? Yes, I'm Yuji Muto. Let's duel. Miao smiled and began to pretend to be Yuji Muto and chose to challenge the young Arbing. Duel asterisk 2 exclamation point. Miao. 4000 LP Arbing. 4000 LP it's my turn. Draw a card. Arbing took advantage of Miao's slackness and took the initiative first. Hehe, whoever gets it first gets the initiative. Watching Arbing draw cards from the deck, Miao was a little emotional. Compared with the master rules of the real card environment, the rules of the first generation of DM are simply too cool. The first attack and draw cards. There are not too many complicated points, and there are no rules such as restricted resurrection. As for the judgment between cards and effects, Miao doubted that you have to rely on your excellent ability to talk nonsense to convince the other party. In this regard, Muto, the king of nonsense, is very professional. Normal summon, Great Axe Raider. Bing roared and placed the monster card on the duel board. Ding, a muscular monster holding a great axe and wearing yellow armor appeared with glory. Great Axe Raider, 1700 attack power, warrior tribe, Axe King. Miao became a little serious. This is the invincible Axe King. Moreover, the projection technology of KC Group is really realistic. C. Tokeba, you are really awesome. You are shocked by my strength. Bing was overjoyed. He showed the magic card in his hand and shouted, Muto, I will show you the true strength of me, the young Abing. Activate. Equip the magic card, Sword of Obsession. Sword of Obsession. Increase the attack and defense of the equipped monster by 500. When this card is sent to the graveyard, it returns to the top of the deck. Axe King grabbed a big sword that appeared out of thin air in his left hand and held the original axe in his right hand. This wave was a victory for the double blade style. Great Axe Raider. 17,002,280k. Hahaha. What do you think, Muto? This is my strength. I'm done with my turn. Bing is very proud of Axe's current 2200 attack power. In the early stage, this 2200 attack power is indeed very high. Miao was a little absent-minded, but he was not surprised by the strength of the young Abing, mainly because this start is too simple and ordinary. There is no brand to give you a wave of brand fusion first, and then a whole set of resource operations. There is no thunder spirit to give you a few spinning tops to have fun. There is no round god to start, and there is no brainless one profit 4 of the fire truck brother. The damn boy is nowhere to be seen. Suddenly, Miao suddenly fell in love with DM. The duel environment here made him feel the long lost relaxation. There is no storytelling, it's really hot. More importantly, there is no grey, stockings, rabbits, clown birds, and meteorites. It's a really good environment. Draw a card. Miao imitated the protagonists of all generations and started drawing cards and shouted this line. This kind of passionate card drawing is not bad. However, when he looked at the cards in his hand, he was numb. All 3 Yo-Yo were in his hand. The strongest Yo-Yo after evolution. King Yo-Yo. Cover a monster card inside and a backfield card, and I end my turn. Miao had no choice. He could only arrange it this way. Cover monsters? Hahaha. It seems that Muto is no more than this. The young soldier laughed heartily. He had already seen the opponent's ending of defeat. First victory in chapter 5. Mysterious card. Draw a card. The young soldier summoned the second monster. Come out, Monster Hunter. Ding, the second monster appeared. Monster Hunter, 1500 attack power, warrior, enter the battle phase. The young soldier's expression was fierce. Monster Hunter held a weapon and attacked the monster covered by Miao. Turning it over, it was the cute tofu Yao. 100 defense power, angel, boom, hahaha, such a weak monster, are you kidding me? Take my attack, Muto UG. Axe King held 2 weapons and chopped directly on Miao. Miao took a few steps back. KC's projection is very realistic, even a certain degree of pain is simulated. These days, playing cards is really not good if you are not in good health. Miao. 4000 LP 1800 LP, my turn. Draw a card. Miao drew a card from the deck. He seemed to have learned a skill without a teacher. Quietly end the opponent's turn. The young soldier did not express any dissatisfaction because he was planning to end it anyway. How could he lose with a flying dragon on his face? Although Miao was at a disadvantage, there was no panic on his face. The strength of the deck did not allow Miao to be willful, but there were opportunities. Cover a monster card again. Cover a backfield card, and I end my turn. Miao was just defending, and had no intention of attacking for the time being. Muto UG, it turns out that you were lucky to defeat the father of duel monsters. The young soldier drew a card from the deck, and after seeing the card, he laughed wildly. Don't think you can scare me, just because you covered 2 cards. Ding, a quick attack magic card lit up. It's the magic card, Whirlwind. Whirlwind, can only be activated by targeting one magic or trap card on the field. That card is destroyed. Seeing this whirlwind magic card brought back some memories of Miao's past. At that time, most of the friends who read sentences in the park did not know that destruction does not mean invalidation. At that time, they thought that the whirlwind was a magic and trap card that could blow up the opponent, and by the way, it could also negate the effect. Under the distortion of the village rules, the whirlwind card was very popular in their small town. The price once soared to a few yuan a card. Miao relied on helping others with homework at that time, and got 3 whirlwinds for free, becoming the duel bully in the park. This is the whirlwind, wrong way to use it, which gave Miao strong confidence. Damn it, you dare to be distracted. The young soldier was very angry when he saw Miao's absent-minded look. He pointed at one of the 2 covered cards of Miao and destroyed it. The trap card that Miao covered at first has not been activated, and the young soldier judged that it was a fake bit. Hahaha, Muto Yuji must have covered fusion on his own field. Don't try to fool me, the young soldier. So, the young soldier will destroy the latest covered card. Whoosh, the tornado is coming. Boom. The covered card in Miao's backfield is destroyed. This is a golden evil god statue. Golden evil god statue. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, special summon 1 dark attribute evil god token on your field. Boom, a token monster appears. Evil god token. Definition 1000. Demon type what? The youngling looked unhappy. The opponent actually used his whirlwind to summon a monster on his field to defend. Damn it, it's Yuji Muto. It seems that I was too careless. Hey, although your trick is powerful, the advantage is mine. Bing pulled out the 3rd monster in his hand and shouted, excuse me, I'm summoning the 3rd monster now. How are you going to deal with it? Ding, the 3rd monster appears on Bing's field. Monster Hunter, 1580k, warrior type. You only have 2 defensive monsters on the field. I won this duel, Yuji Muto. I, the young Bing, am the future king. Bing entered the battle phase in joy and fantasy. However, Miao couldn't help laughing. What's this? Wado Kana? Hearing this, the young Bing was shocked, and the uneasiness in his heart began to grow. I used your whirlwind to special summon a derivative, so you must summon a 3rd monster. Only by maintaining the number of 3 monsters can you kill me. Once you meet the number of 3 monsters, a certain power can be maximized. Miao began to operate. He opened the covered trap card, Wall of Severance! Exclamation mark. Ding, the red pit lit up, and the game ended. With the power of this trap, when you declare an attack, the attack power of your monsters on the field will be permanently reduced by the number of monsters on the field * 800. At this time, you have 3 monsters. So, all of them will be reduced by 2400 attack power. Miao explained with great momentum, and at the same time a red pit force began to attack the opponent. Axe. 22,000 attack power, Monster Hunter. 15,000 attack power right square bracket * 2. No, it's impossible. How could this be? The young Bing looked panicked, and the cover card was not a fake trap. What a mean Yuji Muto. He didn't activate this red pit earlier, but had to wait until he had 3 monsters on the field before using it. At this moment, the Axe King with 0 attack power chopped down the 1000 defense power token. The young Bing had to bear the 1000 points of backlash. Ugh. Bing. 4000 LP 3000 LP. At this point, Bing looked at the cards in his hand, and he was horrified to find that there was no way to reverse it. Don't panic. He still has 3000 life points, and the opponent's token has only 1000 attack points, and the monster covered by it is probably not much higher. My turn. Draw a card. Miao drew a card, and he used the special skills of Anim to forcibly end the opponent's turn. Miao glanced at it lightly, then drew the rightmost card and said, sorry, I want to summon this powerful monster. Ding, it's the fairy sisters of the magician clan. They all have one thing in common. They are beautiful, graceful, and charming. Twin elves, 1900 attack power, magician clan. Now, the twin elves are invincible. Turn over the covered monster. Yao Yao. Ding Yao Yao. 300 attack power, angel clan. The evil god derivative is converted to attack position. 300 plus 1000 plus 1900, a total of 3200 combat damage. You lose. Miao showed a sunny smile and entered the battle phase. 3 seconds later. Bing. 3000 LP 0 LP dang. Bang. Bing fell to the ground. My young Bing actually lost. Bing cried loudly. Miao was in a very good mood because he got his first victory in this UGIO world. Duel victory. Get character experience asterisk 500. Congratulations on reaching level 3. Please claim the reward yourself. Achieve the first victory achievement. Given your special status, you will be rewarded with a mysterious card asterisk 1. The talent elf heart is triggered and the twin elves proficiency increases by 10%, doubled for the first victory of the day. When the proficiency reaches 80%, the monster elves can be awakened 0. Thanks to the book friends for their recommendations and collections 0. Thanks to the book friend Xiangya and the filling for his reward support 0. By the way, please read it. Chapter 6, Invasion of Gurus' Stronghold. Miao's expression was slightly absent-minded. He pulled out this blank twin elves with 1900 attack power from the deck. This thing has the heart of an elf, and it's a mysterious card. In Miao's warehouse, a monster card with a card image sealed by an iron chain was quietly placed. From the card image, the outer side was purple. This is a fusion monster card! Exclamation mark. Study it later. Miao was going to collect his spoils. The deck of the young soldier! Exclamation mark. No, don't take it away. The young soldier regretted that he shouldn't have underestimated this Muto UG. He cried and begged for mercy, saying, I will give you HUIU, you let go of my deck. If you lose your girlfriend, you can find another one. If you lose your deck, you might as well kill him. Deck, girlfriend, hey, I hate those of you who don't admit your losses. Miao was in a difficult situation. At this time, dark game seemed very necessary. At least, in front of dark game, there is no deadbeat. Miao was very tough. He first gave Bing a set of military punches, and then pulled out the opponent's deck with a little immaturity. Muto UG, you are not a human. Bing rolled on the ground. In order to become a duel king, he even rejected the landlord's wife. Sorry, actually I'm not Muto UG. Miao happily flipped through Bing's deck. He felt that this world was great. What? You are not Muto UG? Shit, then I will not fight with you. Bing suddenly got angry. He pointed at Miao's back and said angrily, are you still a human? After saying that, he fainted. Miao took away the general card whirlwind first. He also took away the invincible axe king. This card is better than Yo-Yo. As for the great sword of obsession, Miao had doubts about this card. In the early stage of UGIODM, plus 500 attack power is already a lot. After all, Gang's barrier is also plus 500 attack power. The problem is that the effect of obsession greatsword returning to the top of the deck is too poisonous. Good fellow, young soldier, you still have the banned card snatch? Slurp. Miao licked his lips subconsciously. This snatch is more valuable than 10 twisters. Snatch. Gain control of the opponent's monster equipped with this card. Every time the opponent is in the preparation phase, the opponent recovers 1000 basic points. Got it. Must be added to the deck. Miao showed a satisfied smile. Although the performance of the young soldier was not ideal, his deck was very ideal. It is reasonable for the young soldier to have snatch. While flipping through, he also found the red pit, the famous explosive armor. This card is a symbol of peace, like a knotted pistol, either destroyed or on the way to being destroyed. Explosive armor, it is really too kind in anime. Some things cannot be disbelieved. Miao stopped putting explosive armor into his deck. Wait, since this red pit has a 100% built-in taunt function, if I put it on the field, wouldn't it really protect the important core cards? Miao took a breath of cold air. So this is the real purpose of the explosive armor. Pseudo trap, is it you? Explosive armor, yes, it's me. In the hands of a real duelist, even the explosive armor can shine. Miao finally put the explosive armor into his deck. The original poor initial deck gradually became a normal size. Upgrade rewards are crystal rewards before the character reaches level 5. At level 5, players can get a gold card pack. Card packs are divided into white, blue, gold, and color. Visually, each card pack of different colors is equal to the value of this card pack. The higher the value of the card pack, the more beautiful cards it can explode. An old arcade game hall. At this time, next to an old machine, Miao, wearing a blue jacket, was staring at a game console on the screen. The hero saves the princess. A very old-skinned arcade game. But why is the protagonist a Q version of Cabecito, and the princess a beard king with a starfish head? It's a miracle that this arcade was not smashed by Cabecito. I didn't expect that this arcade was actually a secret base of gurus. If Miao didn't have the instructions of the mission, he would not have found it at all. Question: how to quickly join a faction? Answer: act in a high-profile manner, so that the people behind the scenes will quickly notice you. Miao took out a basketball that he had prepared in advance and performed a magical dance on the spot, accompanied by lyrics that could be called magic music. Only 1 minute. The secret door of the arcade was opened. A man in black clothes appeared. He was wearing extremely tasteless black funeral clothes, which was the corporate culture of gurus. They almost tattooed the 3 words gurus on their heads. I don't know what Malik was thinking. Superman Kayang's face turned into a liver color because of anger. It was obvious that he was dumbfounded by Miao's magical singing and basketball skills. At first, he mistook Miao for Muto Yuji, who has been in the spotlight recently. For the safety of the guru's base, Superman Kayang was very cautious and did not plan to come out. Who would have thought that this man would actually take out a basketball and start performing? Exclamation mark. I can't stand it. Superman Kayang really can't stand it. He also confirmed one thing: this guy must not be Muto Yuji. Damn, if it's not Muto Yuji, how dare he be so arrogant here? What do you want to do? Superman Kayang took off the black jumpsuit hood. As a rare card hunter of gurus, how could he accept such an insult? Oh, I want to join gurus. Miao stated his intention. In recent years, this great company of gurus has been well known internationally. It's not surprising that this man knows gurus, but how did he find this base? Duel: if you win, you will listen to me. Miao opened the duel disk and issued a duel application. Huh, naive boy, you don't know what power is. Superman Kayang agreed. I have no choice but to agree. This base has been exposed. If I don't deal with this guy, what if he reports this place to KC Group? Duel *2 exclamation point. Miao. 4000 LP Superman strong. 4000 LP I get the first strike. Miao draws a card from the deck. Hiss, it feels so good to draw a card first. Unfortunately, the strength of the deck does not allow him to tell a story. However, he can still be happy without telling a story. Come out, invincible axe king. Kill, kill, chop, chop, kill the whale. Ding giant axe raider, 1700 attack power, earth attribute. Axe king cooperates with Miao very well. As soon as he appears, he swings the axe in his hand, and his face becomes dark. Yeah, it's the style of a strong man. This is the Axe King who has studied Hong Kong comics. I'm over this round. Miao said helplessly. The cards in his hand are all monsters, which is amazing. 0. Thank you for your recommendation and collection support. 0. Thanks to book friends Chang Kunjan and Ao Yang Yining for their support. 0. Thanks to book friends Chang Kunjan. 201908120737222289. 202201100116100103 and Yokai Idol Yakumo Yukari for their monthly ticket support. 0. Thank you everyone. By the way, please follow me. Chapter 7, The Black Magician Girl Who Failed to Summon. You actually have a 4-star monster with a damage rating of 1700. It seems that you are not completely useless. What a pity. You met a rare card hunter. Draw a card. Superman Kayang drew a card from the deck. A golden orange lightning suddenly hit the monster zone. Boom, thunder suddenly rose. The violent flash made Miao close his eyes subconsciously. When he opened his eyes, his field area was charred. As for the invincible Axe King, he was dead, leaving only a rotten axe on the field, which was the only evidence that the killer whale Axe King had ever existed. Yes, Superman Kayang activated the magic card, Lightning Strike. Lightning Strike. All monsters on the opponent's field are destroyed. In the real card environment, Lightning Strike is a restricted card. Although many mainstream cards do not carry it, judging from the single card, the throwing tile of this Lightning Strike is not low. First of all, it does not take the target of all destruction, including attacking, defending, and inside monsters. As everyone knows, taking or not taking the target is an indispensable part of Yu-Gi-Oh! Not taking a target is noble. In the DM era, Lightning Strike can do 145 at most. If you let Kabasito come over and play 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, they will still be eaten by Lightning Strike. The question is, the opponent uses Lightning Strike to blow up his Axe King. Is this reasonable? Unless the opponent can OTK himself in one turn. Hahaha, you are lucky to die under my Lightning Strike. Let me show you a real duel. Normal summon, surprise attack of Matiza. Light jumped, a samurai holding a sharp blade appeared. His face was full of sinisterness. This is a 6. Surprise attack of Matiza. 1380k. Warrior type. Not yet finished. Activate the magic card. Lightning Sword. Lightning Sword. Warrior type only. The equipped monster's 80k increases by 800. All water attribute monsters on the field have their 80k reduced by 500. Bilibi the sharp samurai sword releases lightning, and the attack power begins to soar. Masako's surprise attack. 13,002,100 attack power. This monster can attack twice in one turn. I wasted a lightning strike against Axe. This guy actually wants to OTK me. Yumao's expression was solemn. He didn't cover any backfield. The opponent also noticed this, so he was so unscrupulous. It's over, you ridiculous brat. Long live gurus. Superman Kayang entered the battle phase. Masako, who released lightning, slashed at Yumao. Aha, Yumao endured the impact of the projection function. Yumao. 4000 LP 1900 LP. Masako jumped into the air and made a second attack, swinging the sharp blade wrapped with lightning in his hand and slashing. Exclamation mark. Boom. The terrifying arc of electricity instantly surrounded Yumao, exploding into a cloud of dust. Ha 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 ha, stupid loser. This is the end of teasing gurus. Superman Kayang was extremely satisfied with this result. However, when the smoke dispersed, Superman Kayang's pupils dilated subconsciously, his lips trembled slightly, and he stepped back, saying, "Impossible, why haven't you lost yet, Yumao?" 1900 LP, the life value did not become 0. Huh, it was really dangerous. Fortunately I activated this card. Yumao showed his hand card, which was the Coolie Wave given by the initial deck. Coolie Wave, whose real name is Chestnut Ball. Muto Yuja's favorite handpit, no one else. In times of crisis, it can always save your life. A life without Coolie Wave is an incomplete life. With it, you are a real protagonist. Damn, this kind of small monster. Superman Kayang's face turned liver color again, and he shouted, "Despicable, despicable, and shameless. Handpit is one of the necessary links of Yu-Gi-Oh!" Yumao explained disdainfully. Then, Yumao forcibly ended the opponent's turn. I got it. Yumao activated the magic card. Activate the magic card. Whirlwind. Young soldier, thank you. Phew, the magic card Lightning Sword was destroyed, and Yaozo's attack power returned to 1300 points. I normal summon, Twin Spirits. The two enchanting sisters entered the field, and they stood on the left and right sides of Yumao. Twin Spirits, 1900 attack power, Magician Clan. Superman Kayang was so angry. Enter the battle phase. Yumao gave the order. The Twin Spirits attacked from the left and right, and their trim long legs kicked Yaozo's waist fiercely. Fatal kidney shot. Yaozo's eyes rolled out and were kicked to pieces on the spot. Superman Kayang was blown away by the battle impact, and his health began to decrease. Superman Kayang. 4000 LP 3400 LP. Damn it, how can a rare card hunter lose to a basketball boy? Superman Kayang stood up, drew a card from the deck, and entered the main phase. Looking at the magic card in his hand, Superman Kayang immediately smiled happily. He was still the winner of this duel. Activate Resurrection of the Dead. Superman Kayang held up this magic card that released light. Resurrection of the Dead. Activate with one monster in your own or your opponent's graveyard. Special summon that monster on your field. This is the all-purpose magic card of the anime Gio. Ding Matazo of Surprise Attack. 1300 attack power. Warrior type. Superman Kyang resurrected the monster in the graveyard, drew a monster card from his hand, looked at Miao gloomily, and said, "Let me show you the storage of rare card hunters." As soon as the voice fell, Miao couldn't help but frown. Gurus is a professional counterfeiting group. I will use Matazo as a sacrifice to summon this ace monster in the magic type. Come out, Black Magic Girl. Superman Kyang held up the Black Magic Girl in his hand. It is said that there is only one Black Magic Girl in the world, and it only exists in the hands of Yuji Muto. Then this Black Magic Girl must be a fake card created by gurus with his excellent technology. Even old AI, who had 5 corpses, dared to forge it, so the Black Magic Girl was nothing. Whoosh, a stream of air lingered under Yuzo's feet, which was the prelude to being sacrificed. However, the next second, Superman Kyang was confused. This Black Magic Girl was placed on the duel disk, and the projection could not be displayed. Ha ha ha. Miao couldn't help laughing. Sorry, he really couldn't help it. Miao has received professional card playing training, and he usually doesn't laugh, unless it's too funny. In the duel in his previous life, Miao had seen the opponent's scumbag operations, and had seen people who forgot to be self-disciplined and stopped playing. But the scene in front of him was too funny. Damn it, it can't be used. Superman Kyang was so angry that his hands were shaking. Gurus' counterfeiting technology is not omnipotent. There are good and bad appearances in the fake card pile. Even if it is a fake card with good appearance, there is a certain probability that it cannot be used in a normal duel, not to mention the fake cards with bad appearance. In short, you have to look at the face. Another point is that fake cards are more likely to be worn out and destroyed by duelists. This supernatural phenomenon is hard to explain. Waste. Cheo Rinkiang angrily threw the card in his hand to the ground and stepped on it a few times. Seeing this scene, Miao frowned and angrily rebuked the other party for this behavior. Enough. Fake cards should not be trampled by you like this. You don't value cards so much. No wonder you are rejected even by fake cards. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 8. I'm going to Tongmanai City in advance. Superman Kyang couldn't stand such words. He retorted, "Are you teaching me how to do things?" Black Magic Girl couldn't summon, so he immediately replaced another high-level monster. Come out, Nyogi. Whoosh, a chamber pot emerged, smoke spewed out from it, and gradually formed a huge Minotaur phantom. Surprise. Minotaur appeared. Nyogi, 2150 attack power, Demon Tribe, go, Nyogi, enter the battle phase. Superman Kyang gave the order. I wanted to show off the Black Magic Girl to shock the opponent, but I didn't expect that I would become a clown. Superman Kyang, as a senior executive of Gurus, must save face. The twin sisters were defeated and destroyed. The Minotaur was too powerful. Miao. 1900 LP 1650 LP. Humph, the turn ends just like that. Superman Kyang crossed his arms. He thought that the monster with 2150 attack power was enough to crush everything. This is not the power raised by equipment cards, and will not be destroyed by things like whirlwinds. Miao's eyes were firm. He hated the feeling of losing, and could not lose to such a guy. In this poor deck, there was a card that could turn the tables. Young soldier, give me a hand. At this moment, Miao did not pay attention to his attribute panel. The level 2 fighting spirit was burning. Draw a card! Exclamation mark. This is a very mysterious experience. From the moment he drew this card, Miao felt that this card was robbery, and there was no need to confirm the answer. Could this be the god draw that only exists in anime? Activate the equipment magic card, rob. Miao did not even look at it, and directly inserted the equipment card into the dual disc. Ding, robbery released light. Then, the projection function began to work. a sneaky white-haired man appeared, and his appearance was very similar to that of the young soldier. Soldier rushed towards a Superman strong field with a devilish step, and under the latter's incredible eyes, Soldier picked up the cow ghost and turned around and ran! Exclamation mark. Just like that, the control of Niyagi was transferred to Miao. He sighed, the Minotaur is no match for our Bing. I normally summon Elf Swordsman. Ding Elf Swordsman, 1400 attack power, warrior tribe. This is the most primitive cannon fodder swordsman, without any effect. It was given by that broken pre-combination. The 1400 attack power in the early stage was okay, so Miao added it to the deck. Just attack. Without hesitation, Miao entered the battle phase. 1400 plus 2150 equals 3550 battle damage. Boom. Chuan Kaiang fell to the ground on the spot, and his health was also emptied. Winner, Miao. Duel victory, get character experience asterisk 1000. Congratulations on reaching level 5, please collect the reward yourself. Talent Elf Heart is triggered, and the Twin Elves proficiency is improved. Miao didn't have time to care about the reward for the time being. He walked in front of Chao Rinqiang and said, I won, you should keep your promise. Chao Rinqiang wiped the sweat from his face with his hand. He accepted his fate and joined. It's not a bad thing for the Guru's organization to have a powerful duelist join. But in this matter, he has no say. Guru's is a huge rare card hunter organization, and it is a place where Lord Milik has the final say. Chao Rinqiang took out a specially made communicator and began to contact the headquarters. He wanted to ask Sunshine Boy for instructions. Generally speaking, Lord Milik doesn't care about the situation of the lower level, but if someone wants to join, he must be informed. Moreover, Chao Rinqiang always thinks that this Miao is very strange. The call was quickly connected. However, the other party was not Sunshine Boy, but the underworld bull Lishid. Everyone in Guru's knew one thing, Lishid was Malik's confidant plus Pakespison. Chao Rinqiang quickly summarized Miao's affairs. An overseas island far away from Tongxi City. At this moment, the sky is gloomy. A gust of wind blew in from the window, lifting the curtains, revealing a person sticking out of the darkness. This person was wearing the uniform of Gurus, holding a golden scepter in his right hand, and the top of the scepter showed outstanding golden eyes. He, the sunny boy, the leader of Gurus, Malik Ishtar. Suddenly, a clear cough sounded. So is this thing wrong? Next to Malik, there was also a man wearing a Guru's uniform. He was the bald man, Lishid, one of the underworld duo in UGIO. DM. No, in front of my power, any conspiracy is exposed. I don't care what purpose this Miao has. Malik smiled confidently. He led the huge Guru's organization, not relying on personal charm or superb operational technology, but fear! Exclamation mark. On the contrary, his brain is not a decoration. Every time the interested people under the Guru's organization want to make a move, Malik would always question his super brain. Malik, use your wisdom to think of a solution. At this time, the brain would answer itself. Malik, hurry up and use the Millennium Scepter and Pterosaur in your hand. It's the right taste. Malik immediately sat on the diete. The Millennium Scepter can capture people's minds and open the dark game, and the Pterosaur, a phantom card, can burn the enemy's soul. With these means, he has a firm grasp on the Guru's organization. Therefore, Malik doesn't care what is going on at the bottom of Guru's. As long as he is there, Guru's is there. He looks exactly like the nameless pharaoh. I'm really curious. Malik showed an interesting expression and continued, I have a bold idea Lishid. The plan has changed. I want to go to Tongxi City in advance. Compared with the time in the original book, Malik will arrive at Tongxi City earlier and earlier. Miao officially joined the Guru's organization. At the same time, the settlement of the initial task began. He wanted to see what the reward was. Initial mission, different paths, completed, rewards, obtain random skill quote asterisk 1, obtain card dust quote asterisk 100, obtain super rainbow card pack, magician clan, quote asterisk 1 obtain. Crystal quote asterisk 4000. This white reward made Miao lick his lips. Great. Resisting the urge to check the reward, He walked to the side of Superman Kyang, who was lying on the ground, and said, "According to the rules of Duel City, I will take your air card. Lightning Strike. Resurrection of the Dead. These are all general purpose cards. Let's be frank, Miao needs these cards." No, that's not right. Duel City hasn't started yet. This is against the rules. Superman Kyang looked like he was going to die. Miao shook his head and explained, "I'm already a qualified gurus. If you were in my place, would you think I did something wrong?" Superman Kyang shook his head and tried to put himself in Miao's shoes. In the face of this naked temptation, he would definitely not let it go. Yes, our duty as a Gillis hunter is to snatch other people's cards. But the service attitude is different nowadays, and we Gillis hunters should strive for excellence. What's the big deal about snatching a rare card? We should go one step further and create greater glory. 0. Thanks to the book friend Feng Shantag for his monthly ticket support. 0. Thanks to everyone for your collection and recommendation support. Chapter 9 Skills and the Role of Card Dust. Chao Rinqiang was stunned by the bluff. He thought it made sense. Here comes the problem. He is the victim. You are so good at striving for excellence and creating more glory. Go find someone else outside. Why look for a friendly colleague? After all, I'm not a bad person. Although I took your deck, I will leave you a card as a souvenir. After saying that, Miao returned the blank Neogi in the deck to Chao Rinqiang. This card is just a souvenir. Killing people and destroying their hearts. Gurus hunters have to pay back. If you rob someone's card, you must be prepared to be robbed. With shaking hands, Chao Rinqiang suddenly felt more uncomfortable holding the ace monster in his hand. He burst into tears. Finally, Chao Rinqiang had to cover his conscience and say, "Miao, you are really a kind guru's hunter." Miao felt that he had become stronger again. What a pity. The god cards such as Desire, Angel's Charity and Bitter Selection were completely missing in Chao Rinqiang's deck. Bitter Selection was fine. After all, Miao's deck is not strong enough to match this banned card. But Greed and Angel's Arms must be there. Damn, aren't these cards everywhere in the deck of DM duelists? Miao grabbed Superman Kyang's collar and summoned his fist to attack and threatened, "Why don't you put part of Greed and Angel's Arms in the deck? If you don't put Greed and Heaven's Arms, how can he improve? What's the point of putting these cards?" Superman Kyang said timidly, "These cards are useless. Pot of Greed only draws 2 cards. It's better to put one more high attack monster or equipment magic card with high attack. That Angel's Arms is even more outrageous. Draw 3 cards and lose 2 cards, which is actually equivalent to not activating it. With these empty card slots, put some more powerful, high attack monster cards. Isn't it better?" After hearing this explanation, Miao was shocked and shouted, "Game God. What kind of heaven-defying understanding is this?" Hearing that he was called a game god, Superman Kyang seemed a little embarrassed. Miao temporarily lives in the base of this arcade. He found a room as a temporary base and secretly carried out the exciting inventory reward session. First of all, the skills. As a player, Miao can of course enjoy the benefits of skills. Miracle card draw. It can only be used once in a duel. A UGIO BGM will randomly sound within a radius of 30 meters. During the duration of the BGM, your fighting spirit will be improved, and the probability of a god draw will be greatly increased. Tip: this skill is unique and cannot be obtained by other players. BGM. Why does Miao feel that this skill is strange and powerful? This reminds him of Kao Feng carrying a radio on his shoulder. When the BGM sounded that year, Miao put his hands in his pockets, not knowing what his opponent was. Super Rainbow Card Pack, Magician. Use this card pack to randomly obtain 3 rare Magician effect monsters. The probability of awakening elves from monster cards is increased. If the soul inheritance talent is combined, the probability will be greatly increased. Good stuff. I'll open it later. Miao focused his attention on the most mysterious card dust. This thing called card dust is displayed in his panel attributes, but its function has always been unknown. Card dust. Inject a certain number of fake cards depending on the cards, and the fake cards can be converted into real cards and given Heart of the Elves. Inject a real card to meet the required number and awaken the card to different vests or modify it to original anime version and other effects. Inject a real card to meet the required conditions and let the card awaken the heart of the elves. Miao subconsciously took a breath. If the skill gives a big surprise, then Miao feels a smooth road for the card dust that is against the sky. The three effects are very against the sky. Miao took a card out of his pocket. This is a fake card of ZCG, Martyr Archangel of Nothingness. This fake card currently has no attributes, effects, or attack power, only a card picture and a name. If you pour enough card dust into this card, you can turn a fake card into a real card or even give it the heart of the elf. With the heart of the elf, it's just around the corner to awaken the real elf from the Archangel of Nothingness. Hey, I have to take out a fake card to kill the opponent. As for the second effect of the card dust, it is also very amazing. For example, Miao let the original elf swordsman inject card dust, then he can awaken a vest with an effect. That is, the elf swordsman who flips the enemy. Another example. The real card's treasure card is garbage, but if it is injected with card dust, it can be turned into an anime version. Treasure card, anime version, both players replenish their hands until they have 6 cards. Powerful. Injection. You must inject the energy essence. Hint, Martyr, Archangel of Nothingness is too powerful, and it requires 10,000 card dust to transform. Miao rubbed his eyes, and looked at the 4 zeros after the 10,000 card dust. You monkey. Miao currently only has 100 card dust. Void Archangel is a monster with infinite attack power. Maybe it is too powerful. Miao should lower his target. Then he noticed the black magic girl thrown on the ground. This is a fake card. Miao picked it up. He first patted the dust off the card and tried to inject the card dust. Hint, black magic girl, 100 card dust is required to transform. Do you confirm the transformation? Confirm. Since the Super Rainbow card pack is limited to the Magician family, in the early stage, the focus of resources can only be on the Magician family. Black magic girl happens to be a Magician family, and Miao showed a LSP smile. He used to fall so quickly, isn't it because they are all sisters? No one can resist the temptation of sister cards. No one. Hint, congratulations on the successful transformation. Black magic girl has obtained the elf heart. From the fake card to the real card, Miao found that the black magic girl card in his hand has better quality, big and white. It seems to feel a little heavier. Only monster cards with elf heart have the possibility of awakening powerful elves. Miao was very satisfied. The addition of the black magic girl, combined with the black magic curtain obtained before, Miao had to project the early direction of the deck onto the Magician family, and he felt that he was so much like Yuji Muto. If the composition of the deck in the future became more and more like him, what would happen then? Real or fake Yuji Muto? Is this a disguised Minotaur? When thinking of this, Miao had a complicated expression. He was an unwavering pure love god of war. But if he took a step back and thought about it, if he couldn't be a pure love god of war, then he had to be a Minotaur. NTL. What did Boss KO say? I would rather bully the world than let the world bully me! Exclamation mark. Chapter 10 Secret Massage. Completely collect the upgrade drops. Miao collected all the upgrade drops. In addition to the crystals, reaching level 5 will reward you with a golden card pack. Gold card pack. Use this card pack to randomly obtain 3 cards of NSR rarity. Miao currently has 1 golden card pack and Super Rainbow card pack, Magician. Hint, golden card pack was used successfully. Congratulations on obtaining Effect Monster, Surprise Attack Massa, Asterisk 1. Congratulations on obtaining Normal Monster card, Lion Wizard, Senior, Asterisk 1. Congratulations on obtaining Normal Magic card, Blue Potion, N, Asterisk 1. Lion Wizard. Damn it, Miao looked disgusted. Although this thing was once a god card of a certain era, it's really too weak in terms of strength. A 5-star blank card with an attack power of only 1350 is really the tears of the times. The gold card pack is equivalent to Baekei. Miao simply entered the most important link, which is the rainbow card pack. Hint, Super Rainbow card pack was used successfully. Congratulations on getting Effect monster card, magic warrior, destroyer, asterisk 1. Congratulations on getting effect monster card, injection angel, Lily, senior, asterisk 1. Miao was very satisfied with these two magician monster cards, both of which were very powerful single cards in the early stage of DM. Until the third magician monster card appeared, a huge golden and silver light appeared in the whole room. Is this a big deal? Question mark. After the light spread out, the surroundings fell into darkness, and it was pitch dark. Only a few faint lights could be seen, like stars twinkling in the night sky. The starlight gathered on a monster card in Miao's hand, and he read out the name of this card, True Silent Magician. Unlike the LV Silent Magician held by Xiao Bao, the card picture of this True Silent Magician is more sexy. Swish LSP's favorite. Miao was very satisfied. Finally, there was a terminal monster in his deck that was worth looking at. Things are not over yet. Silver particles glowed from this sexy True Silent Magician card. Duel Spirit. Miao had his first duel spirit in his life. Possessing a powerful duel spirit is the fastest way to improve your fighting spirit. When the True Silent Magician awakened his spirit, Miao's fighting spirit was upgraded from level 2 to level 4. There is also the level of dark energy. This is a monster spirit with powerful energy. At this time, silver particles gradually condensed into a human figure. Yes, it's the True Silent Magician. Are you my master? A cold voice sounded in Miao's ears. At this time, the True Silent Magician was wearing a tight silver and white robe, showing off her curvy figure. Her long silver hair fell on her shoulders. Her face was exquisite, and her eyes sparkled like pearls. But there was no emotional fluctuation in these eyes, and she looked like she disliked you. Good guy. The materialized spirit is indeed 100 times more beautiful than the card. Yes, I'm your master. Miao had to admit that it would be easier to deal with things in the future if the status of both parties was established first. Oh, so then let's do this. The True Silent Magician held up the exaggerated amount of meat with his arms and said casually, Miao, you are really a lucky guy to get such an outstanding top magician like me. With my help, I guess you have used up all your luck in this life. The True Silent Magician looked proud. She gently pushed aside the silver hair on the side of her face, and the whole person revealed a kind of strong and powerful self-confidence. The more Miao looked, the more wrong it was. How could this True Silent Magician have the signs of being a common woman? Miao must teach her a lesson immediately. It doesn't matter, I don't care. Now, please touch my cheek with your hand, and give me a massage by the way. True Silent Magician? She suspected that she had heard it wrong. A powerful magician elf like her, the man in front of her actually asked her to do such a thing. Hurry, it's urgent. Miao urged. What does it feel like to let a beautiful duel elf touch your face? What, are you kidding? I'm one of the top magicians. I've witnessed the collision and prosperity of magic civilization, and I've also witnessed the decline of the Magic Academy. Lamason, how dare this man in front of him? How dare he? Exclamation mark. The real Silent Magician confirmed again in a yin and yang tone. Do you really want me to do this? Miao showed a sinister smile. Vania stretched out his hand and kept patting the side of the sofa and said in the tone of Fat Tiger, hurry up, I'm in a hurry. The real Silent Magician looked as if he had eaten shit. As a monster elf, she couldn't disobey the orders of her master. In other words, she really couldn't refuse Miao. Slowly, a pair of cold hands pressed on his face, and Miao looked very happy. This is the correct way to open the monster elf. Admitted Guru's structure is simple. There are about 7 mysterious bases in Tongxi City, while Guru's has countless bases around the world. In the counterfeiting industry, Guru's is the benchmark of this industry. Of course, the organizational structure is simple and strange at the same time. Although Malik is the one who has the final say in Guru's, it is Lashid who is actually in charge. The status of Guru's from top to bottom is as follows. Guru's, leader, Malik, second in command, Lashid, mainstay, Pandora, light and dark mask, city base leader, rare card hunter. Superman Kyang is just a rare card hunter in this base. Miao quickly understood the internal structure of Guru's. Because Miao's main quest came out. Advanced mission, Dual City of Line Walker. Details, you have successfully penetrated the international organization GRUS. Next, you must do everything you can to improve your status. You must remember that you are a card player without emotions. Time, none reward. Stage 1. Become the leader of the stronghold of the grass organization and be rewarded with card packs *5. Stage 2. Become the mainstay of the grass organization and be rewarded with super expert pre-group quote *1 and a mysterious reward. Stage 3. Become the second in command of the grass organization and be rewarded with character talent quote *1 and a mysterious reward. Stage 4. Become the leader of the grass organization and be rewarded with penalty, none, serial mission, duel road, details, cards are swords, duel discs are shields, monster duels are wars and rituals. From the moment you become a duelist, you are destined to fight on the battlefield until you become the strongest. Time, none reward. Every time you defeat an original character for the first time, you will have a 100% chance of dropping an exclusive character card pack. Punishment, none. Let's not talk about this serialized task first. Just this advanced task is not right. Miao feels wronged. It's true that he likes to watch those undercover Hong Kong dramas, but it doesn't mean he wants to be an undercover. And the reward for this 4th stage seems very dangerous. He wants him to become the leader of gurus. Is this asking him to sideline or betray Malik? Think about it. It seems quite exciting. And the rewards for these tasks are very generous, very suitable for me. Gurus is indeed a good place. 0. Thanks to the book friend Tengu and the filling for the reward support. 0. Thanks to the book friends Yingfeng, just in name, Monster Sage Yakuma Yukari, 20230304221128682. And the Entry Maniac for their monthly ticket support. 0. Thanks for the collection and recommendation support. Chapter 11 Puppet. Superman Kayang. Tell me more about each base in this city. Miao decided to listen to the other party's opinion. Superman Kayang began to explain. There are currently 7 fixed mysterious bases of gurus in Tangshiai City. The low-level gurus hunters are very mobile. Since Gurus is an international organization, most hunters are operating abroad. As the Duel City event is about to begin, overseas Gurus hunters are gradually concentrated in Tangshiai City. The 7 bases in Tangshiai City are undoubtedly the place where every Guru's hunter stays in Tangshiai City. For some reason, Lord Malik seems to be arriving in Tangshiai City in advance. Superman Kayang revealed an important information. After Miao learned the news, he felt that this was an opportunity. Gurus has a simple structure. If Malik says you can do it, then you must do it. In the world of Yu-Gi-Oh, playing cards is respected, and strength is the best business card. If Miao wants to get promoted, he must show his value, and Malik will reuse him at that time. Something must be done. Why don't we see other Gillis hunters in our base? Miao was quite curious about this. Other bases are either leisure clubs or big hotels. Cheo Rinkiang had a strange expression on his face. He said a little embarrassedly, if it were you, would you be willing to come to this base to rest when you came to this city? In addition, the leader of this base has a very poor personality. No one is willing to stay in this broken arcade. Good guy, this can also be rolled? Miao was shocked. No wonder Cheo Rinkiang is the only one here. There is no trace of other Gillis hunters. 80% of them ran to other bases. This base is very bad. Miao also learned something from Cheo Rinkiang. Inside Gillis, there is a guaranteed reward mechanism, that is, contribution exchange. After losing to Miao, Cheo Rinkiang was completely convinced. He handed the tablet in his hand to the former. Miao swiped on the tablet, which showed various cards that Gillis had been collecting. These are all real cards! Exclamation mark. Miao also saw ritual monsters. For example, in the early stage of Yu-Gi-Oh, there were only 3 super rare ritual monsters in the world. Jera. To get these real cards, you have to spend contribution points. How do you get contribution points? Help gurus, hunt various duelists, collect various rare cards, etc. This virtuous cycle of snow rolling snow has accumulated many precious rare cards inside gurus. Wow. Miao saw cards such as Pot of Greed and Angel's Arms. There is even an invincible bitter choice. Too terrible, too much to want. Miao put down the tablet and said to Choran Kayang, hurry up and use your contribution points to help me exchange some cards. Choran Kayang, is this still human talk? Although Gurus is a counterfeiting group, everyone knows that real cards are good. But real cards are also expensive. Superman Kayang's extremely rare lightning strike real card is very expensive. In the end, it was robbed by Miao. Who else? Who is worse than him? There is only one sheep left in this stronghold. There is no reason for Miao to let Superman Kayang go. Superman Kayang had an ugly expression. He regretted joining Gurus and even more regretted staying in this broken stronghold. Those Gurus hunters who fled to other strongholds early were really foresighted. I don't accept it. Superman Kayang wanted to resist. It was true that he lost the duel, but the price had been paid. All the cards were taken away by Miao, and his position as leader was gone. A warrior can be killed but not humiliated. He is Superman Kayang. In the world of Yu-Gi-Oh, there is a disagreement. It doesn't matter. Playing cards can decide everything. As a Guru's hunter, Superman Kayang certainly has more than one main deck. He took out the side deck from under the sofa. He sent a second duel invitation to Miao. The duel began. The duel ended. As a result, Superman Kayang lost. Afterwards, Miao happily checked Superman Kayang's contribution value, and at the same time he discovered something. If you challenge the same duelist repeatedly within a single day, you cannot repeatedly gain experience and rewards, including the proficiency increased by the elf hard card. Choran Kayang was lying on the ground, feeling hopeless, because he met Miao, the unlucky god. What a sin. Choran Kayang, lying on the ground, was crying. If he had known, he would not stay in this broken stronghold. Whoever wants to stay can stay. 530 contribution points. Why is your contribution point so low? Miao hated him for not fighting for it, and felt sad for Choran Kayang's fall. If you Gurus don't work hard, how can he become stronger? When can he surpass Muto Yuji? In Choran Kayang's eyes, Miao seemed to have two sharp horns growing on his head. Devil, devil. These are the only points I have left. If you don't want it, just give it back to me. Choran Kayang cried very sadly. He doesn't want to play anymore. Can I give the money back? Miao, no. Although there are only 530 contribution points, Miao found that in the Guru's storage, the exchange value of the pot of greed is 500. That is to say, Miao can use Choran Kayang's contribution points to exchange for one invincible pot of cuniness. Place an order. Miao exchanged directly. 500 contribution points guilt. Not there. Entering the industry of Gurus, Miao did not pretend to be a gentleman. He became a Guru's hunter, just to do whatever he wanted. Your contribution points are gone. How can I get my card? Miao asked. Gurus is a huge international organization. We have a supporting professional logistics company. This is also a very normal thing. Choran Kayang continued helplessly and answered, Nifing logistics belongs to Gurus. After you exchange it internally, someone will deliver it to your door the next day. Miao nodded frequently. Gurus is really a good place. There is a future. Although Gurus is a villain organization, this place is based on many people, and Miao has a great chance to fish in troubled waters here. And this group of Gurus hunters have done all kinds of bad things. Miao can harvest the leaks of this group of Gurus hunters without mercy. The faster the Gurus hunters develop, the faster Miao will become stronger. There is no faster way to become stronger than by robbing other people's cards. It was night. At this moment, on the quiet street, a man in a black coat walked slowly. The wind blew up the black hood, revealing yellow hair and a beautiful national flag pattern on his head. He, Keith Howard, was nicknamed Thief Keith. After the Battle of the Duel Kingdom, Keith was humiliated and murdered by Bacchus. The ending was that he was thrown into the sea and exiled. The days of wandering in the sea were very painful. Keith floated miserably on the sea holding a wooden stake. He encountered the ship of the internationally renowned Gurus organization. Keith was summoned by the leader of Gurus Malik. Are you kidding? Keith is so arrogant that he definitely doesn't want to surrender. Unfortunately, the sunny boy doesn't laugh with you. If you don't take the soft, then take the hard. Malik used the power of the Millennium Scepter to directly manipulate Keith and brainwash him into becoming a member of duels. That's right, now Keith is just a puppet controlled by Malik. 0. Thank you all for your collection and votes. 0. Thank you to the book friends Zoo and Emo who has earned for your reward and encouragement. Thank you. 0. Thank you to 0210327181114516420170812221541886 Ranyan Kitten, Zoo and Emo who is Iron, Fallen Human, HUI Giants and Emo for your monthly ticket support. 0. I have something to do tomorrow, so I will speed up the synchronization update in the underworld. Chapter 12 Surpass the legendary Blue Eyes White Dragon. Keith's puppet had come to Tangshai City to lurk long ago, and he happened to be the leader of Yumao's base. Malik had actually already made a sinister plan for this puppet. Malik had intended to manipulate Keith to cause some trouble to Yuji Muto, and to test his strength. First, on the way to school, he had Keith's puppet pretend to be a charlatan on Yuji Muto's way to school, creating an atmosphere of I'm very powerful and awesome. Then, Yuji Muto would be attracted. At this time, Malik only needed to say a bunch of nonsense that he couldn't understand to scare the other party. Anyway, all the charlatans on TV did this. When Yuji Muto was fooled, Malik could manipulate Keith to forcibly steal the other party's Millennium Building blocks. After the Millennium Building blocks were taken away, Yuji Muto would definitely follow. At that time, it would be like this first, then this, and finally that. The plan should have been like this. Unfortunately, plans can't keep up with changes. Malik is now more curious about Miao, who looks like Yuji Muto. Let's just use Keith as a chess piece to test the truth first. Arcade. Keith, Malik, controlled by Malik met Miao. Keith Howard. Miao was a little surprised. He didn't expect that the leader of the stronghold would be this person. In the comics, Keith's ending was death. In the anime, Keith did not die, but was exiled to the sea. If Miao remembered the plot correctly, Keith encountered Malik's ship in the sea. Then, Keith was controlled by the sunny boy with the 1000-year artifact. So is there a possibility the man in front of him looks like Keith, but he is actually a sunny boy inside? Your appearance is really similar to Muto Yuji. Keith's expression and tone were very complicated. Hearing and seeing are two different things. When Malik, who was on a ship thousands of miles away, saw Miao's appearance, he was really shocked. People who don't know probably think that Miao is Muto Yuji's egg-born brother. Miao did not point out the true identity of the person in front of him. He has a way to confirm whether the man in front of him is the Sunshine Boy. Miao started to act. His expression was full of anger, and he said, I have nothing to do with Yuji Muto. He turned into a little black man, and used the skills of blackening Kunkan in his previous life, to blacken Yuji Muto on the spot. As he blackened, the corners of Keith's, Malik, mouth inexplicably curled up, and his eyes also revealed a refreshing emotion. It was obvious that what Miao said touched Malik's heart. Very good. Miao confirmed one thing. This guy's actually the Sunshine Boy Malik. At this moment, on the sea far away in the sky, a ship was breaking through the waves in the rough waves. On the deck, the Sunshine Boy Malik held the Millennium Scepter, and his feet seemed to be covered with glue. No matter how the ship shook, he was very stable. Malik, who was stuck on the deck, didn't care about the surrounding environment at all, and his face was full of joy. Just imagine, a guy who looks almost exactly like the Nameless Pharaoh, smearing the Nameless Pharaoh in front of him. How does it feel? Cool. Malik suddenly felt that Miao was a talent. The Guru's organization needed such a talent. But Malik still needed to observe for a while, and also test Miao's level. This is a world where duels are respected. Let's play cards. Let strength speak. Malik controlled Keith, Malik, and planned to use Keith's deck to test Miao's tolerance. If I win this duel, this place will be under my control. Miao raised the duel disc on his wrist and unfolded it. Keith, Malik, chuckled a few times, and he nodded in agreement. Who will be the stronghold lord for this sunny boy? Does it make any difference? Answer, no. Duel *2! Exclamation mark. Miao. 4000 LP Keith, Malik. 4000 LP I took the first attack. Miao took the first attack at a lightning speed. Flip a coin? No need. As long as I move fast enough, I will definitely get the first attack. I normal summon, injection angel, Lily. Ding, pink hearts floated. A cute girl in a nurse's uniform holding a huge syringe in both hands appeared. Her first sentence was, "This needle is very big, you must be patient." Injection angel, Lily. 400 attack power, magician. Miao's mouth twitched. He found that the KC projection function is really cool. I cover a card and end this turn. Miao began to love this simple card playing environment. Just shoot a 400 attack monster and it's over? Keith, Malik, sneered a few times. Draw a card. Placing the monster on the field, Keith, Malik, said, "Come out, double pistol dragon." Ha. Ding, double pistol dragon. 1780k. Mechanical. Activate the effect of double pistol dragon. Select one card on the opponent's field to activate. Flip a coin twice. If both times are tabletop, the selected card is destroyed. Ding, 2 coins were thrown into the air. Miao felt bad. These anim natives flipped coins? That's definitely heads. Negative effects don't exist. And the card he covered was explosive armor. This wave was really full of flags. Result, both coins were heads. Haha, you want to use a cover card to trick me? No way. Go away, you annoying cover card. The explosive armor covered by Miao's backfield fell to the ground on the spot. See, this is a real duel. It's really annoying to use weak monsters to duel. Keith, Malik, began to taunt. Malik, who controls this body, is very dissatisfied with Miao's duel style. 400 attack power is fine, but he dares to attack. Isn't this courting death? I'm entering the battle phase. Keith, Malik, ordered the double-barreled pistol dragon to attack the injection angel, Lily. Lily was fearless. She rushed up with the syringe. In the battle between monsters, one must be injured. However, Miao smiled. As we all know, duelists and anim never look at the card effects, or it may be that the duel disc of the first generation rules does not allow it. If you don't explain in advance, the opponent will be really confused. Miao likes to be a riddle man the most. He doesn't like to explain the effect openly, and he has to hide and trick the opponent. If he can trick one, Miao can be happy for a whole day. Miao. 4000 LP. 2000 LP. Activate Lily's effect. When this card performs battle damage calculation, pay 2000 life points to activate. This card's attack power only increases by 3000 during that damage calculation. Large needle, Lily. 400 attack power. It actually has such an effect. Keith, Malik, was shocked. He never thought that a monster with only 400 attack power would have such a ridiculous effect. The attack power suddenly increased by 3000. This attack power actually surpassed the legendary Blue Eyes White Dragon. Chapter 13, The Great Warcraft. Boom, poor double pistol dragon was shot by Lily. It's very big, but you have to bear it. Wow. Keith, Malik. 4000 LP. 2300 LP. Damn it. Keith, Malik, covered a card with an ugly expression and ended his turn. He misjudged one thing. Miao is stronger than he thought. This deck is not his, but Keith's. Keith, Malik, began to take this duel seriously. Otherwise this duel will most likely fail. After calming down, the sunny boy began to judge the current situation. Lily's effect of increasing attack power is indeed very useful, but it consumes 2000 life points at a time. Under the dual rules of Yu-Gi-Oh, everyone's life points start at 4000 points. This means that Lily's effect can only be used once under normal circumstances. Therefore, Lily cannot have a second attack. My turn. Draw a card. Miao drew a card from the deck. Activate the magic card Whirlwind. The wind magic card swept on the field. Boom, Keith, Malik's face-up card was destroyed instantly. This is a despicable falling hole. Falling hole can be activated when the opponent summons a monster. 1000 or more attack power. Destroy that monster. Oh, how terrible. Actually face up such a card. Miao had a terrible expression on his face. Keith, Malik, snorted coldly, and as the face-up card disappeared, his inner uneasiness gradually grew. Her white mist rose under Lily's feet. This was the prelude to being sacrificed. Miao raised a monster card in his hand and shouted, "I sacrifice Lily's monster and summon the Black Magician Girl." What? The legendary Black Magician Girl? Lily was sacrificed, and a pink and purple magic circle lit up from the ground. Purple hearts spread out from the formation. A girl with a delicate figure and beautiful appearance wearing a pink puffy skirt, holding a magic wand in her hand, slowly emerged from the formation. Inside the formation, the Black Magic Girl folded her arms across her chest, her face full of confusion, shock, and a hint of arrogance. Unlike the Black Magic Girl summoned by Yuji Muto, the one summoned by Miao had an obviously arrogant expression. It had nothing to do with the word cute at all. Miao only saw two words on the face of the Black Magic Girl. Bad. The legendary Black Magic Girl. Isn't this card the only one in the world? Malik, who was hiding in Keith's body, couldn't understand, but was greatly shocked. For a moment, Malik really thought that Miao in front of him was Yuji Muto himself. However, he quickly made up a reason in his mind. This Black Magic Girl is 90% a fake card. Don't forget, they are gurus hunters. As the elites of gurus, they have a few fake cards on them. What's wrong? It's just that the monsters projected by fake cards are generally dull and lifeless, and the pixels are more or less problematic. The posture, expression, and small movements of this Black Magic Girl are a bit authentic. Miao looked at Keith, Malik's expression, and he knew what he was thinking. This Black Magic Girl was indeed a fake card before. But after being injected with Miao's essence, it has evolved into a genuine monster card. Enter the battle phase. Black Magic Girl, attack. Miao entered the battle phase. Keith, Malik, had no monsters or face cards on the field, so this attack was too smooth. Black Magic Girl walked in front of Keith, Malik, and her left hand began to glow and blinded the latter's eyes. Then, taking advantage of the opponent's blindness, she swung the magic wand in her right hand and slammed Keith, Malik, on the top of his head. Fuck. Miao couldn't help but say the name of a plant, and he felt very painful just looking at it. It hurt so much. Keith, Malik, screamed, and his health dropped visibly. Keith, Malik. 2300 LP 300 LP. Controlling Keith's body, Malik's senses will naturally feel the same. The intense pain made the sunny boy who was stuck to the deck look ferocious. End this round. Miao always felt that there was something wrong with this Black Magic Girl. Keith, Malik, stood up with the pain in his forehead and shouted, "Draw a card." It was common to get hurt in a duel. Malik, who had not yet turned black, did not transfer his anger, but instead focus more on this duel. At this moment, there was a small device on the inside of Keith's, Malik's, right wrist. The card sequence had been determined on the device. Malik instantly replaced the drawn card with another card. Miao's eyes moved slightly, and he seemed to have discovered something. I activate the magic card, the treasure card from heaven. Keith, Malik, raised the replaced rare card with his right wrist and shouted, "Treasure card from heaven." Anim. Both players draw cards until they have 6 cards. This is another Anim God, fake, card. Keith, Malik, and Miao replenished their hand card resources from the deck. I don't know if it was an illusion, but Malik always felt that Miao's eyes revealed greed. Miao wanted to angrily rebuke Keith, Malik, for this shameless card changing behavior. But the heaven drop treasure card was too good to be true. Miao allowed Keith, Malik, to be so willful. Because this card will soon change its owner. Only in his hand can the heaven drop treasure card shine. At this time, Keith, Malik, drew the opportunity to turn the tables through the heaven drop treasure card. Activate the magic card. Double summon. Double summon. This round, you can perform a normal summon up to 2 times. I want a normal summon. Strengthened Gargoyle. Strengthened Gargoyle. 1600 attack power. Demon type. Waves of light rose from the feet of the strengthened Gargoyle, and Keith, Malik, used this monster as a sacrifice. Come out, the most powerful demon monster from the dark abyss. Give me the power of infinite hatred and being hated. Keith, Malik, raised a monster card in his hand. Boom boom boom. Huge black energy erosion. A huge demon devoured the strengthened Gargoyle and strengthened the power of the sacrificed monster. Great magical beast, Gazette. Great Magical Beast, Gazette. This card's attack power becomes twice the original attack power of the sacrificed monster. Strengthened Gargoyle is 1600 attack power. Great Magical Beast, Gazette. 03200 attack power or exclamation mark. This huge demon monster has already surpassed the 3000 attack power mark of the Blue Eyes White Dragon in terms of attack power, and the terrifying aura permeates the entire field. It's chilling. It turned out to be this monster card. This attack power is incredible in the early stage. Miao's expression was a little serious, which made the Blue Eyes White Dragon come and be killed by Great Magical Beast, Gazette. Great Magical Beast, Gazette is a powerful rare card that Keith himself obtained after joining the Guru's organization. Become the loser. Miao, Keith, Malik, entered the battle phase. The great monster, Gazette, crossed his arms and sprayed a thick black mist from his mouth, surrounding the black magic girl. At the last moment, Miao seemed to see the black magic girl open her lips and curse. CNM. Miao? He thought he must have heard it wrong. How could the black magic girl curse people? Boom explosion sound. The battle damage began to affect Miao. 2000 LP 800 LP 0 Thanks to the book friends for their recommendation votes and collection support. Thank you book friend Jiweiling Huali for your award support 0 Thanks to book friends Ju Jinxia, Jiweiling Huali. 150,605,180,932,062. Miman Washu, Chang Kunjan, Chihan Sisheng for their monthly ticket support. Chapter 14 The Power of the True Silent Magician. Cover 2 cards, and that's it. Keith, Malik, looked confident. With a monster with 3200 attack power standing on the field, how could he lose? He couldn't lose. At this moment, Malik, who was stuck on the deck, finally relaxed, controlling his subordinates to duel quietly and then being beaten by the opponent. This kind of thing doesn't exist. When Malik, who was hidden in Keith's body, was smug, suddenly, something strange happened. A passionate BGM sounded in this arcade. That's right, Miao activated his own exclusive skill. Miracle card draw. Passionate duelist. This first generation BGM began to spread with Miao as the center. The atmosphere around suddenly became very passionate and heroic. Why is there a BGM? Malik couldn't understand. He cast his eyes on Miao's duel disc. He guessed in his heart, is it because of this duel disc? Under the fanatical blessing of BGM, Miao found that his fighting spirit went from level 4 to level 6. It was raised by 2 levels. What kind of concept is this? Invincible. The level 6 fighting spirit attribute is burning like crazy. This is cheating. No, it is the precursor of a god draw. A true duelist can draw whatever he wants. It's my turn. Draw a card. Miao forcefully drew a card from the deck. What are you talking about? Malik had a constipated expression on his face, and he really wanted Miao to listen to what he was talking about. Draw whatever you want. Is UGIO your family opened it? Unless you learn to cheat with a hidden gadget, it's impossible. I got it. Miao loudly performed a normal summon. Come out. Magic Warrior Destroyer. Ding. The Magic Warrior in red armor appeared. That's right. This monster is the protagonist of the famous Scene Q to Death card in the future when Dark UG whips the insect feather moth. Magic Warrior Destroyer, 1600 attack, Magician. Magic Warrior Destroyer enters the field, raising 1 counter and increasing attack by 300. Magic Warrior Destroyer. 16,001,900 attack. A 4-star monster with 1900 attack is indeed not to be underestimated, but it is still far from the great monster with 3200 attack. Keith, Malik, breathed a sigh of relief. He really thought Miao had drawn some killer trick, but it turned out to be this? So Wado Kana. Miao smiled. Activate the effect of Magic Warrior Destroyer. Remove 1 counter and choose one of your face-up cards to be destroyed. The Magic Warrior swung his sword. A violent wave of magic energy was thrown out, and Keith, Malik's face-up card was destroyed. It was a trap card, Absorbing Shield. TSK. It turned out to be the effect of destroying magic traps. Keith, Malik, said unhappily. But it doesn't matter, he still has a face-up card. Moreover, the attack power of the great monster is unrivaled, so there is no need to worry about failure. Then, what happened was beyond Keith Malik's expectation. Encouraged by BGM, Miao raised a monster card in his hand and shouted, "This card cannot be normal summoned. It can only be special summoned when a magician type monster on your field is released." A silver halo rose under the feet of the magic warrior. "Impossible, it's a special summon of this kind of release." Keith Malik was shocked. "Turn the magic sacrifice into the wind of sacrifice, and be born from the dark silence. Come out, the true silent magician." Boom, silver light spread. Keith Malik was blinded by it. When the light dispersed, the cold face, slender figure, and the arrogance on the face of the true silent magician who despised everything made people angry. The true silent magician pushed the silver hair on her shoulders aside, supported her thin waist with her left hand, held the long staff in her right hand, and walked forward slowly for 2 steps. True silent magician, 1000 attack power, magician type, damn, only 1000 attack power. Duel monster cards are not judged by appearance. Keith Malik said absent-mindedly. It seems that the sunny boy is very impressed by the appearance of the true silent magician. He quietly gave a thumbs up. The attack power of the great magician even exceeds that of the blue eyes white dragon. This magician monster with only 1000 attack power is just a toy! Exclamation mark. True silent magician is one of the top magicians. How can it be so low in attack power? Miao smiled, pointing at the tall girl card and shouting, "The attack power of this card will increase by the number of cards in your hand x 500. The heaven dropping treasure card allows both parties to replenish to 6 cards. Miao continued to draw cards during his turn, and his hand has reached 7 cards. After deducting the magic warrior and the true silent magician himself, he still has 5 cards left. True silent magician, known as the little traitor dragon. True silent magician. 10,003,500 attack power, 3,500 attack. How is that possible? Keith Malik was completely stunned. It was only 500 points away from breaking through the 4,000 attack power barrier. How could such a monster appear here? Oh no, 3,500 attack power has surpassed the great monster. The sunny boy realized this, and instantly had red bloodshot eyes. Enter the battle phase. True silent magician, defeat the opponent. Miao gave the order. True silent magician accepted the order, swung her magic wand, aimed at the great monster, and shouted, "True silent blast." Boom. The space seemed to be filled with silver light, and the whole venue was shaking violently with the vibration of magic power. Damn it, how could I let you succeed? Open the last card covered. Attack disabled. Ding, a green background fast attack magic card lights up. In the DM anim, attack disable is a fast attack magic card. In GX and 5DS, this attack weakness gradually became a counter trap card. Hahaha, attack weakness can negate your monster's attack. Keith Malik seemed to be able to imagine Miao's exasperated look. However, you know nothing about the power of a magician. Miao waved his arms, and he explained loudly, once per turn, it can only be activated when a magic card is activated. A true silent magician can negate that activation. Zzzz. A flash of lightning made attack weakness begin to fail. At the same time, the attack finally landed on the great monster. Boom. After the wave dispersed, the great monster was blasted into slag. Keith Malik fell to the ground motionless and began to play dead. Keith Malik 0 LP winner Miao. Duel victory. Get character experience *2000. Congratulations on reaching level 7. Please collect the reward yourself. Talent elf hatching is triggered, and the proficiency of the black magician girl increases by 3%. See realized quest. Duel road is in progress. Congratulations on obtaining the dropped exclusive character card pack. Congratulations on obtaining Keith Howard card pack *1. Congratulations on obtaining Watch Malik card pack *1. Interesting. After defeating Keith, who was controlled by the Sunshine Boy, it was actually determined that 2 original characters were defeated at once. This wave is really a big profit. The proficiency of the Black Magician Girl card is increased so little. Only monster cards with the heart of the elves can hatch and awaken elves. It depends on the situation. Each monster card should have an invisible and intangible fit with the holder. The fit between this black magician girl and herself does not seem to be high. Miao looked at Keith Malik, lying motionless on the ground, and he murmured, fainted. No way. In fact, Miao could probably guess Malik's mentality. He controlled his subordinates' bodies to fight for him, but he didn't expect that he failed to force them and was defeated by Miao's gauze. This was really embarrassing. Wait, at this time, Miao felt that he could fish in troubled waters. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 15, known to be the best among the Guru's hunters. Miao smelled the scent of a rare card. Something that everyone likes to see happened. Miao squatted down and pulled out Keith Malik's deck, and his movements became faster and faster. I won the duel, and according to the rules of Duel City, I can take one of your rare cards. Keith Malik, who was pretending to be dead on the ground, twitched his eyelids and said speechlessly in his heart, didn't Duel City start yet? Keith Malik couldn't reveal his true identity, so he could only pretend to be Keith. This matter is really embarrassing. Fortunately, no one knows about this. Thinking of this, Malik was relieved. He is still the majestic and cool leader of Gillis. However, Malik thought Miao didn't know, but in fact Miao knew everything, and he could only pretend not to know for the time being. Miao must cooperate with your performance. I'm an excellent hunter in Gurus, so it's not too much to take one more card, right? The spirit of Gurus is to strive for excellence, so it's reasonable for me to take a few more cards. Keith Howard, I heard that you've done a lot of bad things in the beautiful world and often sell other people's company secrets and buy for free. I'll continue to take a few more cards for world peace. Keith Malik, on the ground, felt something was wrong the more he listened. Why is he taking more and more? Malik was shocked. He was so shameless towards Miao that he had set a new low. Such shamelessness and skilled card pulling speed are known to be the best among Guru's hunters. Exclamation mark. Malik could only watch Miao do whatever he wanted, and he could do nothing about it. Miao looked at Keith Malik with sweat on his face, and he knew that this guy was pretending to be fainted. However, Malik can only swallow this loss now. Don't say it. Keith's deck has a lot of good things. Miao was the first to take away the invincible card that fell from the sky in the anime. In the original work, after Malik manipulated Keith to pretend to be a god and steal the 1000-year building blocks of the game, they started a duel. In this duel, Keith's deck was strengthened once. In addition to the rare card Jera, of which there are only 3 copies in the world, there are 2 very versatile magic trap cards. Angel's Arms and God's Old Man. God's Declaration. God's Declaration. Pay half of the basic points to activate. Magic/trap card activation and monster summoning/flip summoning/special summoning. One of them is invalid and destroyed. God's Old Man has a strong resistance effect and is also a counter trap card. Counter trap cards can usually only be blocked by counter trap. At first, Miao thought that the invincible God's Old Man was a cheap card in this world. Unexpectedly, God's Old Man is actually a very rarely card. Keith's deck just happened to have God's Old Man. Miao had a rich harvest this time, and was happy to receive the Angel's Charity, the treasure card from heaven, and the Old Man of God. After defeating Keith controlled by Malik, Miao naturally became the leader of this stronghold. Advanced task, Phase 1, become the leader of the stronghold of the Guru's organization. The task is completed. Rewards will be distributed automatically. Please check. Seeing the prompt in front of him, Miao smiled with satisfaction. The tasks of the first stage are not difficult to complete, but the task of the next stage is to become the right-hand man of the Guru's organization. The status of this right-hand man is roughly equivalent to Pandora and the Mask of Light and Darkness that appeared in the original book. Compared with ordinary rare card hunters, Pandora and the Mask of Light and Darkness obviously have more rare cards and different statuses. Malik often gives them more important tasks. As for the silent doll, that thing is actually Malik's trumpet. At this stage, if you want to become a right-hand man, you must get the recognition of Malik, the Sunshine Boy. Coincidentally, the Sunshine Boy is now by his side. The reason why Malik appeared here must be that he had very strange feelings towards him. It's just that Malik didn't know that he knew his true identity. Miao planned to take advantage of it. If he used it well, it would be possible to reach the position of Lucid's confidant in a short time. Let's count the mission rewards first. In the first stage of the main mission, he received 5 random card packs as rewards, including the dropped exclusive character card packs. White card packs asterisk 2, blue card packs asterisk 1, gold card packs asterisk 1, rainbow card packs asterisk 1 point. Watch Malik card packs asterisk 2, Keith Howard card packs asterisk 2 point. Rich and full. This wave of reinforcement should allow me to have a qualitative improvement in my strength. Miao didn't think too much about it. He opened the highest quality rainbow card pack. Boom, the dazzling light was released, and Miao felt that this was a rare level rare card. The soul of the card master personal exclusive talent is triggered. Congratulations on obtaining the effect monster Sky Striker. 0 asterisk 1 right square bracket. Congratulations on obtaining the effect monster card Sphinx of Tree Pyramid Senior. Asterisk 1 right square bracket. Congratulations on obtaining the normal trap card breakthrough scalar asterisk 1 right square bracket. Miao. Grass is a plant. How could it be you, silly woman? Miao sighed. He took out the Sky Striker 0 in his hand and looked at it for a few times. His expression was very complicated. Sky Striker, is it strong? Miao would answer, strong. This deck series can be compatible with a large number of hand traps. The system takes into account general effects such as explosion, invalidation, and cow monster. Sky Striker focuses on resource accumulation. The problem is that Sky Striker is a series that focuses on link monsters. Link monsters are a monster summoning method exclusive to the 6th part of Yu-Gi-Oh! Using Sky Striker in the DM era. Isn't this just asking for trouble? Let's take a step back. Theme series decks need to meet certain components to be effective. Sky Striker is no exception. Instead of a single Sky Striker, 0 clothes, it would be more practical to give Miao a 4-star monster with 2000 attack points. Or be greedy and get a second or eldest sister of Silver City. This silly striker doesn't even have the heart of an elf, which really disappoints me. Sphinx of Tree Pyramid has the same problem as Sky Striker. Theme series decks are useless without lower level monsters and special magic traps. However, the Tree Pyramid series is very interesting. This is a deck that relies on the field to operate. Each lower level monster in the pyramid has the effect of replacing the field at the opponent's turn. Different fields are replaced and sent to the graveyard, which will produce different effects. Among them are search, graveyard resurrection, and special summoning of 3 gold field monsters in hand. And each field card will have different blessings when it is on the field. For example, defense effect breaking, filter extraction plus graveyard stacking, and the most terrible battle stage 3 seal effect! Exclamation mark. If there is a complete pyramid system, it is estimated that it will be very comfortable in the DM period. What a pity. Miao put the silly sword princess and the 3 gold brothers into the backpack. The only thing to be thankful for was that a breakthrough skill exploded. This trap card can activate an effect monster on the opponent's field, and the effect of that monster will be invalid until the end of the turn. At the same time, you can banish this breakthrough skill from the graveyard, and then choose another monster on the opponent's field to invalidate the effect. Breakthrough skill, nicknamed Little Infinite Bubble. Miao happily put this breakthrough skill into the deck. Chapter 16 at There is a cow. In general, the rainbow card pack greatly improves the strength of his deck. Keep opening. Miao opened the white card pack first. Congratulations on obtaining normal magic card, Holy Grail A.N. Asterisk 1. Congratulations on obtaining normal magic card, Holy Grail A.N. Asterisk 1. Holy Grail A. Perform 1 coin toss. When the table appears, you draw 2 cards from your deck. When the table appears, the opponent draws 2 cards from their deck. Oh my goodness, 2 Holy Grail in a row. What does this mean? Do you think he is Janouchi or Sale? Absolute power of destiny. Always positive. Question mark? Miao did not put Holy Grailer into the deck. For real card players, luck cards equals instability. Instability equals seeking death. Although the Holy Grail can make you earn cards, if you are lucky, but the negative side will make the opponent earn cards. Seeing the opponent earning cards because of you is more uncomfortable than killing Miao. Unless it is a magic trap that benefits you anyway. I have to mention it here. The trap card among the banned cards, Sixth Sense. After all, it's not as good as an O's hair of the Pot of Greed. Miao muttered to himself. Pot of Greed is a fake card that can be drawn to at no cost, and the Ace of Holy Grail is a toy for gamblers. The former is suitable for card players like Miao, and the latter is more suitable for gamblers like Janouchi. There is a blue and gold card pack left, and Miao hopes to open some cards that he can use. Open the blue card pack. Luck is not bad, and I got 3 cards. Congratulations. Effect monster card. Man-eating bug. Asterisk 1 right square bracket. Congratulations. Normal monster card. Blade of the Blade. N. Asterisk 1 right square bracket. Congratulations. Normal magic card. Black magic guide explosion cracked shattered. Asterisk 1 right square bracket. This card pack is not bad. Man-eating bug can be put into the deck to increase a little strength. Black magic guide explosion cracked shattered can be used on black magic girl as a countermeasure for a sure kill. For Miao, these cards are far more practical than Sky Striker at the moment. The last gold pack is left, and Miao has high hopes for this pack. Open the gold pack. Boom, gold splatters everywhere. Miao knows that he has delivered. Congratulations on getting Effect Monster card. Silent Magician LV8. Senior. Asterisk 1 right square bracket. Congratulations on getting Normal Magic card. Big Fire. Asterisk 1 right square bracket. Great Silent Magician LV8. Miao's face is filled with an excited smile. Silent Magician LV8 is one of the trump monsters of the table game. It is a powerful magician monster that appeared in the last duel of Yu-Gi-Oh! DM. Silent Magician LV8 cannot be normal summoned and can only be special summoned by the effect of Silent Magician LV4. The problem is that Miao does not have Silent Magician LV4, but he has a better one. True Silent Magician. In addition to increasing attack power by the number of cards in the hand, the True Silent Magician also has a hidden effect. Once the True Silent Magician is destroyed by battle or effect, Miao can special summon Silent Magician LV8 from the hand card or deck regardless of the summoning conditions. Exclamation mark. Great Silent Magician LV8 is my strongest trump card at the moment. Miao felt really lucky today. The strength of the deck has been greatly improved. There is no happier thing than watching the poor deck become stronger step by step. Although he did not directly awaken the elf in Silent Magician LV8, Miao still has the killer weapon Card Dust. As long as he has Card Dust, he can let Silent Magician LV8 enjoy the heart of the elf. It is only a matter of time before the elf is awakened. This system seems to be getting more and more complete. With a good start, Miao put more hope on the remaining character card packs. Successfully opened the Keith Howard exclusive character card pack. Congratulations on obtaining Equipment Magic card 7*1. Congratulations on obtaining Effect Monster card Electronic Pot *1. Well, Keith's card pack is indeed related to the mechanical family. I didn't expect that there would be a banned card. As everyone knows, any card with the word pot in its name is definitely not a kind person. Most of them do evil. This electric pot is no exception. The electric pot is a reverse monster, and when it is reversed successfully, it can activate its effect. First, all monsters on the field are destroyed. It is equivalent to a black hole. Secondly, both sides flip 5 cards from the top of the deck. Monsters below 4 stars are summoned on the field, and the rest of the hand cards are added to the hand. This is equivalent to a disguised card drawing ability. The electric pot can be roughly understood as a combination of black hole plus skydrop treasure card. In the DM era, banned cards were rampant, and it was not just talk. Miao smiled and stuffed this reopening pot, electronic pot, into the deck. The remaining Watchmalik exclusive card pack. If Keith represents the mechanical family and a little coin attribute, then what does Watchmalik have? Demon family? Clay series? With a little bit of gravikeeping attribute? Let me see what you are. Miao opened the last card pack. Congratulations on obtaining the continuous trap card Cry of the Living Dead Senior asterisk 1 right square bracket. Congratulations on obtaining the quick attack magic soul of pain cursor asterisk 1 right square bracket. Congratulations on obtaining the effect monster card Bull Swordsman. The soul inheritance exclusive talent is triggered. Congratulations on obtaining a powerful monster elf. A dark and huge figure appeared behind Miao. The red horns and reflective armor made a crisp sound when they chopped against the contoured muscles. The scholard eyeballs danced in the darkness, mixed with a wild and unrestrained aura. The Bull Swordsman, a monster elf, was born. Miao slammed his hand on the table next to him and shouted in a complicated tone, "There is a bull." The monster elf of the Bull Swordsman seemed unable to speak, but it raised its silver weapon, and there was an O button on the surface of a hilt. Click, it was pressed. A bold narration appeared in front of Miao that only he could see. Today is your lucky day. The appearance of the Bull Swordsman elf makes you face the darkest desires in your heart. You have almost the same facial features as Yuji Muto, and you are more familiar with the plot of the Yu-Gi-Oh world. You deeply understand that there are many outstanding female characters in this world, such as Masaki Kyoko. You only need to rely on this outstanding appearance and a little trick to easily become the Yu-Gi-Oh version of Makoto in this world. Hehe, let them all become your shape. Great. Why didn't I think of this? Miao closed his eyes and took a deep breath, and the smile on his mouth could not stop at all. What the hell? Miao's expression was ugly. He pressed the Bull Swordsman's horn and started to beat him. Yu-Gi-Oh is a world of playing cards, not a world of butter. What the hell is a little trick? It's not surprising that monsters and elves have strange abilities. Miao never expected that this Bull Swordsman could slander and create an extremely shameful narration in front of him. Why would this card pack open a bull? The Bull Swordsman looked aggrieved. It just honestly said what others were thinking. Chapter 17 Kaba's ambition. Tomino City, KC building. In a professional closed room. Draw a card. The tall man drew a card from the deck with a domineering gesture. His eyes were extremely sharp, which was not the sharpness that he should have at this age. Kaba Sito, a legendary name. The chairman of the KC group. He forced Kaba Gosaburo into a desperate situation with his own strength, and even took the other party's company for his own use. After seizing the company, he closed the arms business of the entire group with his own power. Kaba Sito believed that the future belonged to duel monsters. Don't be ridiculous. How much money can you make by selling weapons? After that, he emerged at the speed of a comet, developed a projection function, and reached a cooperation with the International Illusion Society. Recently, a convenient duel disc has been manufactured, which has accelerated the progress of the duel world. But Kaba Sito now has a dream and obsession. The dream is that he wants to reach the pinnacle of duels and become the duel king admired by thousands of people. The obsession is that he has a man who must be defeated. Game. Wait, I will give you the most painful and glorious defeat in this duel city. Activate the magic card, Soul Cross. Kaba Sito released a terrible aura, and the magic card in his hand flashed the light called power. It can only be activated by targeting any number of monsters on the opponent's field. I will perform one advanced summon. For this advanced summon, you must release all the monsters as the target as a substitute for your own monsters. After saying this, Kaba Sito's eyes revealed a fierce light, and he chose to sacrifice the 3 monsters on the opponent's field: Giant Axe Raider, Baby Dragon, and Marshmallow! Exclamation mark. This is the anime version of Soul Cross. No self-discipline, ruthless. How the 3 sacrificed monsters slowly turned into nutrients and were swallowed by a terrifying existence. Then, 1 second later, the shaking ground meant the arrival of God. The dual disc projection function of the KC group is indeed amazing. Even the legendary God card can fully reproduce their greatness in reality. Come out and surrender to my hands. Obelisk's giant God soldier. Rumble. The roar that shook the world resounded from the darkness. Then a huge figure several meters tall slowly emerged from the cracks under the ground. His eyes were blood red, and he exuded an extremely strong murderous aura, causing the surrounding air to distort. This is a monster card of the god level. Obelisk's Giant God Soldier. 4000 attack power. God attribute. Under the power of God. Surrender completely. Attack. Obelisk's Giant God Soldier. Kabasito ordered the Giant God Soldier to launch a fatal attack. God cards have their own thinking, and they will judge whether the user is qualified. Looking around the world, there are only a few who can control God cards without enduring the wrath of God, and Kabasito is one of them. Huge blue lightning waves emerged from the fists of the giant god, and the terrible energy swept across the field wantonly, which was very scary. At the moment, when the giant god was about to punch, something strange happened. The duel disc flashed with a burnt smell, all the non-existent currents began to jump, and the projection of the giant god also produced an unstable state. Finally, with a strange sound from the duel disc, the projection function was declared invalid, and the giant god in the field also disappeared due to the interruption of the duel. Taking off the broken duel disc from his wrist, Kabasito grabbed the water source next to him, and drank it hard. Brother. Kaba-Kihei, who was a little devil, ran over from behind with a panicked expression holding the data. Kaba touched his brother's head, and he said calmly, "The power of the god card is too great. Even the duel disc developed by KC has some problems that must be faced. The first thing is to upgrade the chip of the duel disc, so that the problem of the duel disc being unable to withstand the power of the god card will not continue to occur." Kihei showed an expression, as if he was going to praise me, and explained, "Brother, we have found a way to negotiate the chip issue. I have successfully contacted Peridus Company, and the person in charge there expressed his willingness to provide the best chip support. With the strong support of Peridus Company, the duel disc of KC Group will definitely be able to reach a high level." Kihei became happier and happier as he spoke. As long as he could help his brother, he would do anything he wanted. Peridus Company. Kabasito exerted force on his hands and immediately crushed the plastic bottle. Although KC Group is very powerful, there are still many giant groups in the world. Peridus Company is one of them. They are powerful and have a strong economic reserve that rivals the entire United States. They are so powerful that they can blackmail the leaders of major countries. Rumor has it that they can also control the stock market trends around the world. At least, KC Group cannot do this at present. Kaba's heart is so proud. Just because he can't do it now doesn't mean he can't do it in the future. Then we will use the chips of Peridus Company, and we will also copy their technology. Kaba smiled maliciously. Business war is so cruel. Kaba has never been a soft-hearted man. As long as there is a chance, he will devour the opponent without mercy. Brother, this is another thing you want me to investigate. Kipi handed over the information. The countdown to the duel city has gradually exposed some rats who are not up to the standard. Kaba glanced at the information, and the mocking expression on his face was exposed. He was naturally referring to the internationally notorious Grus organization. Internationally, the counterfeiting technology of this organization has caused a lot of headaches for the International Illusion Society. As long as he has the correct information, Kabasito doesn't mind taking the time to knock down the Grus bases hidden into Minnow City one by one. Exclamation mark. At this moment, in a luxurious restaurant located in the center of Minnow City, the temporarily closed sign was placed in the middle of the lobby, and there was no staff waiting at the door. This place is one of the bases of the Grus organization. Unlike the base in the arcade, the Grus hunters gathered in this base are more and stronger. Two people wearing the uniform black clothes of gurus walked in. They were like the most dazzling stars in the dark world. This is one of the strongholds of gurus. Do you really want to challenge the leaders of other strongholds? Keith Malik had a strange expression. He stayed by his side just to observe Miao. After becoming the leader of the stronghold, the first thing he did was to hunt his colleagues. Is this the real style of gurus? Malik had some intention of observing Miao. Miao's strength was recognized by him, so Malik naturally would not treat him as an ordinary guru's hunter. However, how to solve the problem of loyalty? In the entire organization, Malik only trusted Lashid. He was wary of the rest, and would never give up his trust. Therefore, the Millennium Scepter became the best artifact for Malik's violent rule. Use the Millennium Artifact to forcibly control Miao for your own use. 0. 0 thanks to the book friends for the collection and the encouragement of the votes 0. 0 by the way, I have a question. After reading the comments, it seems that everyone doesn't like the players in Another World. Chapter 18 Malik's favorability. Malik had considered this. First, the Millennium artifact was in the main body, and he could not teleport to the city at present. Secondly, Malik noticed that there was a strong spirit power lingering around Miao. This power was very strong. It might come from the real silent magician. Never mind, during the time when the main body rushed to Tongxi City, I would stay with Miao as an old shady guy to conduct a secret assessment. Malik wanted to know how loyal Miao was. Coincidentally, Miao also knew what Malik was thinking. Miao began to deceive the sunny boy and said, I want to defeat every stronghold lord in Tongxi City and prove my strength to everyone in the organization. Gillis upholds great ideals. These words convey an idea. I, Miao, want to conspire with Chief Malik for great things. Gillis is a notorious counterfeiting group, but in Miao's mouth, it becomes a great group that seeks benefits for duelists. How expensive are real cards? A high attack normal monster is more expensive than a building! Exclamation mark. How many people can't afford to buy a card, even if they spend all their money? But since the emergence of the Gurus group led by Malik, there are more and more fake cards, and the prices are ridiculously low. It was Malik who made it possible for everyone to play cards. Malik, who was hiding in Keith's body, was fooled by Miao. This made Malik doubt his original intention. Didn't he choose to establish the Gurus organization to avenge the pharaoh? The reason why Gurus chose to forge is because the cost is low and it can disgust the nameless pharaoh. Miao, you are right. Chief Malik is really a person with noble ideals. Keith, Malik, looked happy, and it was obvious that he was very happy inside. If this is some evil butter, Miao must have seen the favorability on Malik's head going crazy. +5, +4, +3 Malik felt that Miao was right, and in fact, his heart was towards light. The reason why he fell into darkness now is all because of the nameless pharaoh. If it weren't for him, the Gravekeeping clan wouldn't have such a tragic fate. In addition to accumulating power to avenge the nameless pharaoh, the original intention of establishing the organization must have been his bright side. Miao looked at Keith, Malik's excited look, and he guessed, would the sunny boy believe these nonsense? The cousin Malik is so easy to deceive. Isn't it a disguised proof? The 6-year-old Dark Malik is even easier to deceive. Miao seemed to have discovered a new world. It's important to do business. Miao walked to the door and kicked it. Bang! The door was kicked open directly. A rhythmic and beating music came out from inside. Keith, Malik, was infected by the music and couldn't help humming a few times. The village people, YMCA along with the music. There was a strong smell of hormones and sweat. Even Miao couldn't help being startled by the scene inside. The fragments of Guru's uniform fell to the ground. It seemed to tell Miao that he had not come to the wrong place. Several innocent men were tied to the side of the pillars, surrounded by this group of muscular men with very little cloth. One of the muscular men was still wandering around the innocent men. He sniffed his nose hard, inhaled the smell, and shouted, HMM, this smell is right woo-er, don't come over here. Get out of here, you faggot. Because Miao was wearing the corporate uniform of Gurus, most of his face was covered by the hanging black cloth. These desperate men could only look up to the sky and yell, Gua, don't touch it. The three of them were about to be affected by the magic card effect called Ultimate Insult. Miao's expression was not right. He murmured, it turns out that there is really an ultimate insult. This wave of unique skills on the scene completely shocked Malik himself. Gurus, is there such a perverted organization base? When the group of muscular men saw the black uniforms on Miao and Keith, Malik, they immediately judged that they were friendly forces and shouted enthusiastically, each stronghold has its own characteristics. Friends, do you want to play together? After that, the group of muscular men even stretched out their red tongues and licked their lips clockwise as bloodthirsty hunters of Gurus. What's wrong with having a little quirk? What's wrong with being a little perverted? Keith has a rough appearance, is fanatical and unruly, and has maximum uncle power. Let's have fun together. Ha, this group of gays has set their sights on Keith, Malik, and even a few of them started to touch him. When has Malik, a sunny boy who has been staying in Egypt, ever encountered such a thing? Although he is the leader of gurus, it does not mean that he is experienced. Malik was trembling with anger. When has he ever been insulted like this? Gwa, don't touch me. Keith, Malik, touched his right hand and found that the Millennium Scepter was gone and he could not reveal his identity. Damn it, he injured it. When my original body, the god of war, returns, I will make sure that these gays will never return. Get out of here. Miao roared, asking the muscular men present to stop the weapons in their hands, and he released a silver light all over his body. The vast energy of the elves began to roll in behind Miao. A slender and beautiful top magician elf appeared. A real silent magician. She raised her palm and a silver energy ball condensed. Boom, silent explosion. A scorching airwave swept the entire space. This group of muscular men with very little cloth on their bodies seemed to have eaten Shinra Tensei, and they were all ejected with Miao and Malik as the center. Yeah, is he a master? This man has great power. Quickly retreat. The group of muscular men began to guard against Miao with vigilant eyes. Keith, Malik, was disgusted, and he was forced to hide behind Miao with a red face. Full sense of security. Miao is indeed a talent for saving me in a critical moment. Malik's favorability, +1, +1, +1, +1. Miao opened the duel disc on his wrist, took a step forward, and said in an extremely arrogant tone, I have only one goal today. Call out the strongest duelist among you. Faced with such arrogant words, the group of muscular men wanted to rush up and teach Miao a lesson. However, due to the powerful strength of Miao, they suppressed their anger. Then, a strong aura was released. The muscular men present were nervous, and they began to slowly move to the side to make a way out. I saw a woman who was estimated to be more than 2 meters tall sitting in the seat at the end. Fierce muscles, healthy dark skin and wheat complexion, and the scar on her face made her look even more ferocious. This appearance is almost the same as the tiger girl from another world that Cizao had a crush on during the GX period. Full of ambition and fighting spirit. Chapter 19 Leopard Woman. My name is Leopard Girl. I haven't seen such a man with guts in a long time. Leopard Girl's wrist made a strange sound and the duel disc was opened. She stared at Miao with a look full of fighting spirit and said, I like men with guts, so let's duel. Although this woman is tall and has a rough face, her body curves are very perfect. She is very rich and generous, which is your favorite. It just so happens that you are about to have a duel. You can use this duel to achieve your unknown goals. Hehe, slurp. Miao's face turned black, and he turned to look behind. Sure enough, the bastard elf Niu Jianshi, squatting with a long sword in his hand, made these damn narrations. Damn, Miao's fists were hard. Do I really have these evil thoughts deep in my heart? No, I'm a card player. Leopard Girl stepped forward and started to fight. Duel. Asterisk to Miao. 4000 LP Leopard Girl. 4000 LP first attack. Miao. Keith, Malik, stepped back and gave his position to Miao. He hoped to get a glimpse of more things in this duel. Draw a card. Miao raised his hand to activate the magic card. Dark Magic Curtain. Dark Magic Curtain. Pay 1000 life points to activate. Select one magician type dark attribute monster from your hand or graveyard to special summon. Miao. 4000 LP 3000 LP. Come out, my black magician girl. Miao used the power of curtain to place the black magician girl in his hand on the field. Ding, the octagonal purple transparent magic circle lights up. The black magician girl appears. Black magician girl, 2000 attack power, magician type. This black magician girl, who has changed from a fake to a real one, still looks like a bad girl. She is not cute or gentle at all. Black Magic Girl has always been a killer of otakus, but unfortunately the big guys with few fabrics on the scene are not interested at all. Summoning Black Magic Girl in the first round. Miao's strength began to make Leopard Girl take it seriously. Black Magic Girl should be Yuji Muto's trump card monster. Leopard Girl was very surprised. If she hadn't confirmed that the person in front of her was Guru's hunter, she really thought that King of Mouth was present. This black magic girl should be a fake card. Everyone else on the scene thought so. Only Keith, Malik, gradually became uneasy. At first, he also thought that the card in Miao's hand was a fake card. Now it seems that this black magic girl seems to be a real card. The black magic girl just looked at Keith, Malik, with an ambiguous look. Interesting, Miao, where did you get this black magic girl? Cover a card and end the round. Miao handed the round to the opponent. It was Leopard Girl's turn. Haha, even if it is black magic girl, it can't stop the impact of my ambition. Leopard Girl roared, and then drew a card from the deck. Come out, Amazon Warrior. Ding. The female warrior full of wild energy enters the field holding a long sword. Amazon Warrior, 1500 attack power, Warrior Clan, Porcelain Swordsman. Miao looked surprised. He didn't expect to encounter this thing here. From your tone, it seems that you know this monster, so I won't explain her power. The operation of the Leopard Girl is far from over. She pulled out an equipment magic card in her hand and activated it. Amazon's secret treasure. Ding. A golden shield appeared on the left wrist of the Porcelain Swordsman. The combination of Porcelain Swordsman plus Amazon's secret treasure appeared, and the Gillis Hunter, who had very little cloth on the scene, roared instantly. Wow, the invincible combination of the big sister has appeared. Fuck him hard. Powerful, too powerful. Leopard Girl chose to enter the battle stage and let the Amazon female warrior launch an attack. Exclamation mark. The effect of the Amazon female warrior combined with the secret treasure will be an invincible new combination. Leopard Girl flushed. This is a performance of the duel reaching the climax. Amazon warriors have the effect of rebounding battle damage, and Amazon secret treasures give equipped monsters the characteristic of preventing battle damage. Moreover, after being attacked by a monster equipped with Amazon secret treasures, the attacked monster will be directly destroyed. I won't let you succeed so easily. In a flash, Miao opened the covered trap card to explode the armor. Although the Amazon secret treasure gives the female warrior the characteristic of battle damage, effect destruction and battle destruction are two different things. Distorted red energy entangled the Amazon female warrior. At this time, the Leopard Girl sneered. Stupid, do you think my strength is only this? Ding. A quick attack magic card lights up. Leopard Girl activated Ima Shield from her hand. The rules of the first generation of Yu-Gi-Oh are simple, and the timing and activation rules of magic cards and trap cards are also vague. It was not until the start of the Duel City Finals that this situation gradually improved. Pay 1500 HP. When one of your monsters is destroyed by an effect, the explosion armor is negated and destroyed. Cheater. 4000 LP 2500 LP. Boom. A golden lightning strikes. The explosion armor is negated and destroyed. Amazon Warrior, attack succeeds. The Black Magician Girl looks fierce. She activates the flash technique with her left hand and swings the magic staff, sword, with her right hand. Unfortunately, the Amazon Warrior slides to avoid the attack of the Black Magician Girl, and the final result is a draw. Due to the effect of Amazon's secret treasure, the female warrior with lower attack power is not destroyed. Instead, Miao helps the opponent bear this battle damage. Miao. 3000 LP 2500 LP. At this time, the effect of Amazon's secret treasure is activated, and your Black Magician Girl will be destroyed. The voice of the cheetah girl came. A golden light shot at the Black Magician Girl, and then turned into a huge explosion. The battle is over, but my turn is not over yet. Activate the continuous magic card, Emperor Arena. Emperor Arena. As long as there are monsters on your field, the opponent cannot allow more monsters than that number to appear on their field. Cover 2 cards. End turn. It's Miao's turn again. Draw a card. Miao just drew a card from the deck, and Leopard Woman's pupils dilated. At this time, she activated the continuous trap card. Coffin Cellar. Coffin Cellar. Every time a monster card is sent to the opponent's graveyard, inflicts 300 points of damage to the opponent's basic points. What a sinister tactic. Keith, Malik, was surprised. His excellent duel experience instantly saw through the terribleness of Leopard Woman's tactic. Emperor Arena. Green sticker. Limits Miao to summon only one monster and fight alone. No monster can defeat Amazon secret treasure plus Amazon warrior in a head-on collision. Leopard woman's Amazon warrior is not afraid of any high attack monster. Even the legendary blue eyes white dragon can't do anything to her. Whenever Yumao's monster is killed by the Amazon warrior, the coffin seller's red sticker will burn blood 0, 0. Many book friends said that this is not good for the player. I went back and read it again and found that the rhythm is indeed wrong 0, 0. So I changed the front and changed it to a single protagonist who can travel back and forth between the two worlds 0, 0. It can still be changed now, but it cannot be changed if the following chapters are wrong. I found that after the change, it caused trouble to everyone. I'm sorry. Chapter 20. Did I get an explosive armor? This tactic is full of hidden dangers. Keith, Malik, really didn't expect that there would be such a strong man in the guru's organization. Haha, hissing Berisi. Keith, Malik, began to drift, staring at Yumao with fiery eyes, wanting to know how the opponent would break the situation. In this situation, only a big storm or a feather sweep of the eagle can be used to pass the level with one click. Big storm, or magic and trap cards on the field are destroyed. Feather sweep of the eagle, or magic and trap cards on the opponent's field are destroyed. However, Yumao currently does not have these big killers. Magic card, Angel's Charity. Yumao activated the banned card. He drew 3 new cards from the deck in succession, and then sent 2 cards from the players to the graveyard. At this moment, the light of the birth of monster was released on the field of Yumao. The red and sharp horns, and the thick white gas released from the nostrils quack. There is a bull. Bull swordsman, 1600 attack power. Warrior, I will let the bull swordsman attack the Amazon warrior. Yumao declared an attack. Keith, Malik, was shocked. He could not understand Yumao's operation. The Amazon warrior blessed by the secret treasure was invincible. A mere bull swordsman would only give him away for nothing. There was no other possibility except to make his life value continue to decrease. However, Yumao's eyes were full of conspiracy. Although the bull swordsman made some dirty remarks to him all day long, its ability should not be underestimated. The effect can only be activated when the bull swordsman card declares an attack for battle. The battle damage becomes 0, and the opponent's monster attacked is destroyed after the damage calculation. That's right, even if the monster in front of him is the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, it can't resist the power of the bull. The leopard girl's eyes were solemn. Judging from the situation, Yumao's operation was a dead end. However, she once cultivated a sense of crisis in the rainforest and told herself, "Don't let the opponent attack!" Exclamation mark. This is a trap. A true duelist will make the most correct choice in a critical moment. At this moment, Leopard Girl was no exception. She chose to abandon her rationality and believed in her intuition, saying, "Don't think about attacking successfully. I will activate the trap card Explosive Armor." Ding! Leopard Girl's last cover card lit up, and it turned out to be the same stand as Yumao. NIU, smash it. Leopard Girl gave the explosion order. Under the effect of the explosive armor, the bull swordsman was blown to pieces. Yumao was stunned. Was he hit by the explosive armor? What shocked Yumao even more was Leopard Girl's intuition. The opponent didn't know the effect of the bull swordsman. But in this case, Leopard Girl still activated the cover card. Was it intentional or amazing? The bull swordsman has the effect of destroying the opponent's monster after the battle, and you actually activated the explosive armor. In advance, Yumao began to admire the woman in front of him. I lived in a dangerous jungle when I was a child. If I didn't have this crisis judgment, I would have died there long ago. Leopard Girl's eyes moved, and she seemed to be very fascinated by the excitement of this life and death line. The sunny boy didn't say anything. He pretended to be very calm. In fact, everything was within his judgment. Since your monster was sent to the graveyard, take this damage. Leopard Girl just finished speaking. Yumao. 2500 LP 2200 LP. End this turn. Yumao looked at the coolie wave in his hand, and he chose to do nothing. This is the confidence and sense of security that the coolie wave brings to him. Trash? No, in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, the chestnut ball is a god. Hahaha, Leopard Girl laughed quickly. She thought this was a dead end. No matter what Yumao did, it would be a waste of effort. No matter what Yumao did, it was useless. My turn. Draw a card. Leopard girl drew a card. She took a look. It was not a monster card. Activate a magic card. Magic guard. Leopard girl placed the drawn card on the duel disc. Magic guard. Select one face-up magic card on your field to activate. Place one counter on the selected card. If the selected card is destroyed, remove one counter instead. I put one counter on the Amazon Secret Treasure. The Amazon Secret Treasure's equipment card showed a countermark. Malik, the sunny boy, played the role of a bystander at this time. This is troublesome. Even if I draw a whirlwind, I can't destroy that equipment card. Miao, how should you deal with it? Directly attack. Amazon warrior. The leopard woman launched an attack. Swish. The long sword slashed on Miao, and he took the battle damage of this attack. Miao. 2200 LP 700 LP. Your health is as pitiful as a candle in the wind. The leopard woman narrowed her eyes and said with a victorious attitude, even if the battle damage is not counted, once you have 3 monsters in the graveyard, this duel is over. The leopard woman began to induce, give up, man. If you give up now, I can still let you go. Give up. Isn't that losing? Miao's eyes were sharp. He looked at leopard girl and said in a heavy tone, I won't lose. These 5 simple words rejected leopard girl's kindness. A duel would be meaningless if it could not be won. Draw a card. Miao's fingers spread apart and a card was clamped between his fingers. Leopard girl's eyes were a little sore. She always felt that the situation in front of her seemed favorable, but in fact it did not force the opponent into a dead end. Normal summon twin elf. Ding, the 2 enchanting sisters entered the field. Twin elf, 1900 attack power, magician type. Use twin elf as a sacrifice to release and special summon this card in hand. Miao raised a sister card emitting silver light. Keith, Malik's eyelids twitched because this was the real silent magician who killed him in seconds. As the twin elf was sent to the graveyard, the red sticker of the coffin seller began to burn blood. Miao. 700 LP 400 LP. Faced with this situation, this monster card cannot reverse the chance of victory. Keith, Malik, could not guess what Miao was thinking. Miao devoted himself to the duel. He released the twin elves and summoned the true silent magician to the field. True silent magician, 1000 defense, magician. When Keith, Malik, thought that Miao had made a big move, the opponent actually ended the turn. Several question marks gradually appeared on the sunny boy's forehead. Special summon true silent magician defense summon, and then the turn ends. Malik clenched his fists. He didn't know why he was angry. Miao, if you lose, then your value will be like this. Leopard girl saw that the turn was back in her hands. She had a strange expression and could only confirm one thing in the end. Miao accepted the outcome of his defeat. Humph, end this duel. Draw a card. Enter the battle phase and let the Amazon warrior attack. Swish. The Amazon warrior destroyed the true silent magician with a knife. However, when the true silent magician fell into the graveyard, a more powerful magical force was born. 0. Many book friends said that this is not good for the players. I went back and read it again and found that the rhythm is indeed wrong. 0. So I changed the front and changed it to a single protagonist can travel between the 2 worlds. 0. It can still be changed now, but it cannot be changed if the later chapters are wrong. I found that after the change, it caused trouble to everyone. I'm sorry. Chapter 21, the real god card. If the true silent magician is the top magician, then the silent magician LV8 is the pinnacle of this path. Silent magician LV8 and the true silent magician are very similar in appearance and figure, and it is not an exaggeration to say that they are sisters. Silent magician LV8, 3500 attack power, magician family, it actually has 3500 attack power. Leopard girl's expression was horrified, and beads of sweat slid down her wheat-colored face. It can only be activated when the true silent magician is destroyed by battle or effect. Special summon silent magician LV8 from the hand or deck to ignore the summoning conditions. Miao explained lightly. So what? Leopard girl's voice was loud, and she shouted loudly, it's meaningless to summon such a high-level monster now. Since you have a new monster entering the graveyard, come and bear the damage of the coffin seller. Miao released black electricity all over his body, and his health value continued to decrease. Miao. 400 LP 100 LP. The health is locked to 100 points. This is really hot. 3500 attacks are terrible, but the Amazon warrior only needs to hit it lightly. Not to mention the destructive effect of the Amazon secret treasure. With 100 HP, as long as a monster enters his graveyard, Miao will be finished on the spot. This duel is over. End the turn. Leopard Girl believes that the goddess of victory will favor her side. Suddenly, a music that starts from the depths of DNA appears. Miao activates his exclusive skill. Playmaker, the execution song of the male protagonist of the 6th Game King, starts to heat up. Leopard Girl's pupils dilated, her strong sense of crisis constantly warned, and Miao released an energy that could not be ignored. What is this? Leopard Girl couldn't understand. Miao stood up and drew a card from the deck. From the moment you end your turn, the outcome of this duel will be decided by me. The formula to victory has been assembled. Draw a card. Miao, is your reversal killer move here? Keith, Malik, stared at the other party intently, not willing to miss any scene. Exclude trap cards from the graveyard. Breakthrough skill. A trap card began to pop up in the graveyard area of Miao's duel disc, which was the breakthrough skill. Zeduoja liked graveyards the most, and Miao was no exception. Because this method is often hard to defend against. What? Leopard Girl and Sunshine Boy were very surprised. Actually activated a trap card from the graveyard? It's the card that Angel's Arms sent to the graveyard. Keith, Malik, said affirmatively. In the early days of UGIODM, basically there were no cards that could be activated from the graveyard, let alone trap cards. Miao's move directly reduced the dimension and hit them, and they were confused. Exclude the breakthrough skill from the graveyard. I choose to invalidate the effect of the Amazon warrior on your field. Miao didn't care whether others were confused or not. He just wanted to experience the excitement of the duel and win this duel. Zzzz, a red electric current flowed through the Amazon warrior, and her eyes and saliva turned out. Oh no, the Amazon warrior is invalidated and can't rebound battle damage to the opponent. Leopard Girl realized this instantly. But the effect of Amazon's secret treasure is still there. Even if I take this wave of damage, Silent Magician LV8 will be devoured by the power of Amazon's secret treasure. At that time, the Leopard Girl will still win this duel. Miao was confused. It seems that the effect of Amazon's secret treasure can only be broken by active attack. Is he being lied to? Forget it, it doesn't matter. The real Silent Magician LV8 will take action. Sorry, I forgot to say one thing. Silent Magician LV8, this card is not affected by the effects of the opponent's magic cards. So, Amazon's secret treasure can't shake her at all. Silent Magician LV8 will not be destroyed by the secret treasure, so the blood burning effect of the coffin seller will not be triggered. Keep attacking. Miao attacked decisively. Silent Magician LV8 raised the staff in his hand, and a huge magical force blasted towards the Amazon warrior. Super Silent Blast. Boom. Silent Magician LV8 is immune to any magic card effect, but it does not mean that the device's own battle breaking effect is invalid. The Amazon warrior still remains on the field. Take this 2000 points of combat damage. Miao added. Cheater. 2500 LP 500 LP. Damn it, I still have life points. Next turn is your death. As long as the Amazon warrior is still there, the effect of breakthrough skill will be invalid in the next turn. Cheater's expression is very ugly now. This is the first time she has been forced to this extent in a duel. So Wado Kana, you don't have a next turn. As soon as the voice fell, Miao showed a magic card in his hand. Big Fireball. Big Fireball. Give the opponent 500 points of effect damage. Blood locking killer. Big Fireball means to fight. Whoosh, the sky was filled with red light, and 3 fireballs fell from the sky. The scorching breath hit the face of the cheater, and her eyes revealed despair. Big Fireball. Nimmer. Boom. Yamishi was immediately engulfed by the flames. Cheater. 500 LP 0 LP winner. Miao. Duel victory. 2x experience event triggered. Get character experience asterisk 6000. Get crystal asterisk 800. Congratulations on reaching level 8. Please claim the reward yourself. Talent elf heart triggered. The proficiency of black magician girl and twin elves improved. Miao won the final victory. The sunny boy looked happy. His mood suddenly became good. Sure enough, Miao would not fail here. Impossible. How could he lose? The situation was obviously very good before. Silent Magician LV8. There are actually monster cards that are not afraid of magic cards. The cheater was smoking all over, sitting paralyzed on the ground, looking very helpless. The big guys around with little cloth on their bodies all showed surprised expressions. They couldn't believe that their female boss actually lost the duel. No, it's impossible. Is their female boss going to be beaten into star fury? This group of gay guys have a peculiar style of painting, which caused Miao to see another narration that would make you vomit blood. You conquered the woman in front of you with your outstanding strength. Her mind was destroyed and conquered by you. You only need to express your tough side to get her tonight. Go, Lord Miao, let this woman see your strengths. You have to let her know one thing. You are not only good at duels, but also good outside of duels. Hehe, this woman's feet are really great. Maybe putting them in your mouth will. Miao was excited all over. He seemed to agree with these narrations, and even secretly stared at the toes of the leopard girl lying on the ground. They were round, wheat colored, just like chocolate. I want to eat them. What the hell? Miao couldn't help but look behind, and he really saw the bull swordsman holding the broken sword, and playing these damn narrations again. Damn bull, how dare you ruin my cardman's heart. Miao couldn't bear it. He forcibly summoned the true silent magician, and issued an order. Beat this cow to death. Beat it to death. The true silent magician tilted her head, and she made a request. I want to eat high-end bread dishes made by humans. Bread? Isn't that a piece of broken stuff that can be bought anywhere on the street? Miao agreed. The true silent magician showed a peaceful smile, then drew his magic wand, and started fighting with the cow. Miao initially thought that the bull swordsman would be easily dealt with by the true silent magician, but he didn't expect that this cow was quite capable. It dragged on for several rounds. Unfortunately, the bull's power was ultimately no match for the true silent magician. The bull swordsman was beaten, and screamed 0, 0 thanks, to book friends Lord of Suffering, String Crane, Shuiao, Chen Kang Ming Mengda, Xing Xian Jiang, Chang Kunjin, the Passing Kamen Rider Abominable Decade, and the Dream 1000 Miles Horse for their monthly ticket support. 0, 0 thanks to everyone for your collection and votes. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 22, The Pot of Greed and Red Daddy. Leopard Girl seemed to have recovered from the shadow of defeat. She stood up and generously admitted her defeat. You won. This stronghold will be under your control from now on. Although your plan to challenge all the stronghold leaders in this city alone is very bold, but I believe you can do it. Leopard Girl believes that her strength is among the best among the stronghold leaders in Tongxi. Since Miao can defeat her, then it is not impossible to defeat the other stronghold leaders one by one. However, even the light and dark masks have never thought of conquering all the stronghold leaders in this city. It is not a problem of strength. The viciousness of human hearts is often more terrifying. I don't need to manage this stronghold. I just need to prove that I have defeated you with actual actions. Miao has no interest in managing this group of gay guys. Malik, the old man, is right next to him. Miao only needs to defeat all the stronghold leaders to prove his worth to him. HMPH, your strength is worthy of your ambition. The eyes of the leopard girl changed. She took out the deck and threw it to Miao, saying, I lost the duel. Take the card you want. As a Gibbous hunter, the leopard girl would also snatch rare cards from the loser. But she usually doesn't snatch from the weak. If she wants to snatch, she will snatch the rare cards of the strong. The leopard girl thinks she is a strong person. Miao defeated her, so of course he should take the rare card from her. On the contrary, if Miao doesn't take it, it would be an insult to her. The duel world is a dangerous jungle field. It is natural for the strong to dominate the weak. This is the value of the leopard girl. Holding the leopard girl's deck, Miao is not hypocritical, but he did not show his robbery nature this time. He always feels that the leopard girl is different from the Gillis hunter who does all kinds of bad things, so he didn't do anything too much. Flipping through the leopard girl's deck, Miao's eyes suddenly widened when he saw one of the cards. In his pupils, greedy desires were released. The translucent true silent magician sensed the strong fluctuations in Miao's heart, so she secretly looked over and said, "Pot of greed." Miao took the card without hesitation. Although he bought a card from gurus by blackmailing Superman Kyang. But the pot of greed is not in his hands yet. Now, the real pot of greed is right in front of him. How can he let it go? Besides, the pot of greed is not banned in this era. Who would complain about the small number of pots of greed? Full 3, must be full 3. Are you just taking this card? Keith, Malik, was very surprised. He thought that this pot of greed was indeed useful. But strictly speaking, this card is not a particularly precious rare card. The sunny boy found that he couldn't figure out Miao. Sometimes he is a duelist who is even more excessive than Guru's hunter, but this time he seems different. Very good, Miao, you are getting more and more successful in attracting my attention. The leopard girl's opinion is roughly the same. She thought Miao would choose other more valuable cards. No, I want this card. Miao returned the deck to the leopard woman. Miao was afraid that, if he didn't return it to the other party, his inner greed would not be able to help, but start to eat up the deck completely. Let's go. Miao seemed to call Keith, Malik, as a lackey. Malik, who was hiding in Keith's body, had a strange expression. Although he was a little unhappy, his body responded honestly. Miao would grasp the degree of the whole play. Is this considered poor? Your skilled manipulating skills are subconsciously taming this poor sunny boy. It will not take long for you to gain his trust and friendship. It happens that Isis's weakness is Malik. At that time, you only need to say, "Watch out Isis." This is how Malik is used to break her inner defense line and make her perfect from then on. This damn narration appeared again. Miao turned around with red eyes and found that the bruised and swollen bull swordsman still raised his long sword with a stubborn look. Would this bull die if it was normal? When the leopard girl found that Miao turned around and looked at her, her eyes flickered slightly, and finally she sighed. Finally, the leopard girl stuffed a key into Miao's palm and explained in a low voice, "This is a key to my room. Come back late at night." Miao? When Miao had a question mark on his face, it was not him who had a problem, but the other party. Back to the doghouse of the arcade. Miao locked himself in the room. He received all the rewards for upgrading, except for one thing, which were basically crystal rewards. Card key. Use it on the sealed card to reveal its true appearance. It is one of the very precious props. It was because of this prop that Miao hurried back to the room and didn't even have the mind to tease Malik. He got a mysterious card when he won for the first time before. I think to unlock this mysterious card, you must use this card key prop. Miao took out the mysterious card and unsealed it. Hint, using the card key will cost 2000 crystals. Do you want to use it? Damn, this also requires crystals. Miao thought again and again, and decided to use the crystals to open the prize. First of all, this sealed card is a fusion monster card. What does a fusion monster represent? It represents nobleness and beauty. For example, your monster is covered, and you can't synchronize, hyper, or link, but you can only fuse. Fusion is really a noble summon. Secondly, the so-called crouching dragon and phoenix chick can bring peace to the world. Crouching dragon refers to the real Red Eyes Dragon Knight, nicknamed Red Daddy. Phoenix chick refers to the Phoenix Destroyer, nicknamed Phoenix Daddy. Although there are many ways to unlock crouching dragon and phoenix chick in the real card environment. But this is UGIODM. Crouching dragon and phoenix chick. Miao prefers crouching dragon. After all, Red Daddy is too strong in the environment of UGIODM. Impressive resistance, will not be destroyed by effects, and will not be the target of effects. 3 color counter plus attack once per turn. Destruction plus blood burn without taking targets. It is so beautiful. Please, give me a Red Daddy. Use card key successfully. Card unsealed successfully. Congratulations. This card has Elf Heart. The card in Miao's hand lit up with a bright light, and the last blocked position was broken, and the familiar card image and name slowly lit up. This is an 8-star dark attribute monster card with a 3000 attack power panel. Yes, this is a panel of Red Daddy. Miao's heart was pounding, and he focused on the name and card image. The powerful black exquisite armor on the card image, the domineering true red wings, the cold eyes and the sharp magic weapon. That's right, it's Crouching Dragon. True Red Eyes Dragon Knight. Miao was excited. He said that ordinary cards would not be blocked for a reason, and he had to use the card key to open it. If it was a very powerful terminal monster, then everything would make sense. As a terminal monster, Red Daddy undoubtedly passed the test, but a realistic problem stood in front of Miao. He didn't have Red Melt. He didn't have extremely rare cards like Black Magician and True Red Eyes Black Dragon. Chapter 23, Bottomless. Are you afraid? If you think about it carefully, there seem to be only two people who have the Black Magician in Yu-Gi-Oh! DM. One is Yuji Muto, and the other is his good colleague Pandora. The Red Eyes Black Dragon is in Janouch's hands. Unless I can get these two Mortal Bone Soul cards by luck from them all. Otherwise, Miao thinks about this all the time. It's so painful to have a powerful terminal, but not be able to use it. To put it another way, even if Miao gets the Black Magician and the Black Dragon, he doesn't have the most critical Red Fusion. Red Fusion, also known as Red Eyes Fusion, has the power to fuse a card from the deck. Without Red Fusion, it means that Miao can only fuse by hand. This difficulty is only one level lower than Kabasito's 3 White Dragons plus 1 Fusion. The problem is that Kabasito doesn't shuffle the cards, and he is also good at sticking these cards together with 520 glue. The question is, it's the bond. Miao currently believes that the so-called bond is the fighting spirit level, which is not so amazing. The future is promising. Miao put away this Red Daddy. Hey? Miao found that there was a solid red dot in the upper right corner of the store interface. Fortunately, he was a person with a little obsessive compulsive disorder, otherwise he would not have noticed it. Click in. A new card box was stored in the store interface with a slight flash. The name of the new card box is Silence is Gold. Miao licked his lips immediately and quickly clicked in to take a look. The cards in this card box are still divided according to rarity. At the top are 3 air level magic traps, and below are a row of SL level cards. Further below are R level and N level cards. The cards in this card box are quite something. Miao was a little surprised. After all, the last novice attack and defense specialization card box really shocked him. It would be fine if these two card boxes were not compared. Once compared, they are directly blown away. Silence is Gold, Card Boxer, Witch's Strike, Bottomless Falling Hole, Silent Sword. Among the senior cards, Miao saw True Silent Swordsman. There are many general purpose cards in the entire card box, including the Silent Swordsman monster series. Silent Swordsman and Silent Magician are both monsters that focus on the LV series. However, the Silent Sword of Silent Swordsman is more powerful. Miao needs this power now, not to mention the despicable Bottomless Pit. In addition to the link monsters that cannot be covered, according to the strength of the current DM period, the trap card of the Bottomless Pit is too shady. Start drawing. Miao put all the crystals into the card box without hesitation. Tongxi City has changed suddenly, and now is the time for you and me to recharge. Money has not left you, it just becomes another thing to accompany you. Think about it, if you don't recharge, how can you become stronger? Crystal 500. Crystal 1000. Next, Miao's eyes turned red, and he drew cards frantically. The way he drew cards was so handsome. After half an hour, Miao looked at the 3 bottomless in his hand, and fell into deep thought. What's this? Do you want me to compete with Xiaobiao for the title of the Heavy Pit King? Damn it, I want the Sword of Silence to be full level 3. Miao's most important Sword of Silence was not full level 3, but he had no crystals. After unlocking Red Daddy and them all the crystals he had accumulated were gone. Miao started to replace the cards he drew, and the strength of his deck continued to increase. The time of building your own deck is happy, there is no doubt about that. When replacing various low attack Mortal Bone cards, He found that his deck is currently following the route of Magician plus Warrior. Among them, Silence and LV series are the main ones. In the DM period, Ritual monsters were very rare monster cards, and LV monsters were no exception. The fan in the arcade room blew cold air. Miao wiped the sweat from his forehead, and he put the latest constructed deck on the table. This new deck is slowly burning flame. You concentrate on building a new deck, and the proficiency of Black Magician Girl will increase. The proficiency of Silent Magician LV8 will increase. The deck you build yourself will be infused with the spirit of the duelist, and your fighting spirit will be slightly improved. The deck is everything for the duelist, so that's how it is. I understand. Miao felt the bond for the first time. After exercise, the body seemed to be hollowed out. Miao stretched his body, and he was a little hungry. He traveled to this DM world at noon yesterday. Now it's morning, and he hasn't eaten for most of the day. The problem also came. Miao found that he had no money at all. After searching this broken stronghold several times, Miao couldn't even find a peanut. The guy Cheo Rinkiang probably ran away overnight last night. He was probably afraid of Miao and left Tangxi City directly. Hey, Miao did another good thing and led a lamb back to the right path. It's a great merit. Malik, the sunshine boy hiding in Keith's body. Miao hasn't seen him since morning. I don't know where the other party ran to. Miao took out the key given by the leopard girl, and he said to himself with a righteous face, a real man, how can he live under someone else for a long time? It's not my style to eat free rice. After that, Miao got up and opened the door of the arcade. Today seems to be the weekend. No matter how shabby this broken arcade is, there must be one or two unlucky people to patronize it, right? Time passed bit by bit. It was almost noon. Miao sat at the door of the arcade, and he looked helpless. There was really no customer. No wonder this broken stronghold didn't have the traffic of the Gillis Hunter. Close the store. Miao is a duelist. Why don't you just go and play cards with the restaurant owner? If you win, you can eat and drink for free. The world of UGIO is really awesome. Miao, who opened the door to the new world, was delighted. However, at this time, a customer appeared. Excuse me, do you have a dance machine here? A pleasant voice sounded. Anko Masaki was wearing a white sleeveless vest, revealing her waist that could be measured with both hands, and a faint smile on her delicate and beautiful face. Anko? Miao had a strange expression on his face, because the high school girl in front of him was the heroine of this anime. What? You said that UGIO has no heroine? Well, Miao thought that this statement was not wrong. Yes, she is inside. Miao answered truthfully. Anko likes dancing, so she would take some time on weekends to go to the nearby arcade to practice dancing. But UGI. When Anko saw Miao's appearance clearly, her heart suddenly trembled. UGI, why is he here? When did he open an arcade? It's no wonder that Anko would have such an idea. After all, Miao and UGI Muto look too similar. However, as UGI Muto's official match, Anko soon realized that the person in front of her was not UGI. Sorry, you look a lot like a friend of mine. Anko apologized for what she had just said. You have a friend, right? Miao nodded, and he responded, I understand. Xingzi chewed on Miao's words carefully, and she found something wrong, and her face began to slowly turn red, until she explained loudly, it's true, my friend is called Muto UG, and he really looks like you. It's not some old-fashioned pickup technique. 0. Thank you book friends for your recommendation votes and collection support. 0. Thank you book friends Ju Jinxia. 201908120737222289. And Wo Yi Ju for your monthly ticket support. Chapter 24 Apricot. Hehe. Isn't this the 18-year-old Kyoko Mazaki? Because the master's appearance is very similar to someone, Kyoko Mazaki has a good impression of you. It just so happens that no one is interested in this place. I believe that with your rich experience in watching movies in your previous life, you only need some means of Sakura netizens to completely change it into a different shape. Miao? The damn cow came uninvited. It seems that if I don't come out to make these narrations for a day, it seems that Miao will forget the other party. He resisted the complaints in his heart. Yumao explained. I was just joking. Don't take it seriously. There are some in the dance machine. Xingzi walked into the arcade angrily. The blush on her face had not yet dissipated. Since Caper announced that the Duel City future would be opened, the nearby arcades have basically closed down one by one. Xingzi finally found this place, and she didn't want to go through the trouble again. After exchanging the appropriate coins, Xingzi put the small backpack on her body aside. Xingzi first drank a sip of water, then stepped on the dance machine skillfully, and began to dance. Yumao watched from behind. After all, the other party was the only living person in this broken place. Xingzi found that Yumao was paying attention to her, but she didn't feel uncomfortable, perhaps because the former looked too much like a game. She danced there with great concentration. The dance machine began to spin, and Xingzi's movements became faster and faster, as if only in this way could she feel the meaning of life. Of course, there was also excitement. Yumao had to admit that Xingzi had a good figure. She was wearing a white sleeveless vest that set off her slender and straight legs just right. Perhaps because she was totally absorbed in dancing, Xingzi didn't seem to notice that she was exposed. No wonder the 5 giant penguins of the seahorse group were so eager to seize each other's bodies. Well, I can understand. It's a pity that Yumao knows nothing about dancing. Apart from adding 666, he had no other comments. The dang 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 rhythmic music was beating. The dance machine was getting faster and faster, and at this time, Xingzi's legs had left the ground, and her whole body fell from the machine to the ground. It hurts. Xingzi frowned in pain, her voice a little hoarse. As if she was angry, Xingzi picked up the small bag and quickly walked to the door of the arcade. At this time, Yumao said just right, give up just like that. Xingzi practiced so hard that she didn't even know that she was exposed. He was probably being serious with himself. Xingzi looked back at Yumao. She stared at this familiar yet unfamiliar face and said, "What do you know? Have you reached a bottleneck?" Yumao guessed. Xingzi was stunned, and she slowly lowered her head. Because Yumao was right. Xingzi signed up for a professional dance competition. If she can get a good ranking, she will not only get a prize, but it will also be of great benefit to her future study abroad in performance. The opponents in this competition are all very strong. The more Xingzi hopes to break through, the more she will get into a dead end, constantly arguing with herself and torturing herself, until she will never get out of this predicament. Have you ever tried this? Xingzi returned and sat next to Yumao. She suddenly felt that this person was not so annoying. Of course, everyone will experience it. Yumao held up the duel disc and said with a slight flash in his eyes. Xingzi also noticed this. She asked in a light tone, "So you are a duelist? Then how did you get out of this predicament?" Yumao's expression was a little serious. He stared into Xingzi's eyes and said, "Coffee Cat said one thing, if you can't beat it, join it." Xingzi? When Pearl Tears was at its peak, Yumao was beaten so badly that he couldn't take care of himself. So he joined the front line of the Pearl Pioneer, but the more he struggled, the more he understood how terrible these mermaids were. Not to mention that the Kshatriyas and Pearl Tears colluded with each other later. The more Yumao resisted the Pearl, the more he entered a bottleneck, and the more he took himself seriously. Just like Xingzi now. So, he was no longer a human being. Just join Pearl Tears. Fight pearls with pearls and hurt each other. Blood Bureau, come on, who's afraid of who? Then, Yumao found that his bottleneck was gone. Refreshed. Join if you can't beat them? Xingzi murmured slowly, with a gleam in her eyes. She stood up with all her strength, smiled and continued, "Thank you, my name is Mazuki Anzi, please give me your advice." The two officially met and exchanged names. Xingzi, who figured it out, trotted out of the arcade, turned around and looked at Yumao, waving, "Goodbye, Yumao, you can come and watch my game when you have time." Yumao raised his hand to signal, but he did not agree. After Xingzi left, Yumao was the only one left in the arcade again, and only the dance machine that was favored by Xingzi was still playing inspiring music. Until, "Come out, don't hide." Yumao looked at a secret door on the right behind him. In addition to the main entrance of the arcade hall, there is of course a second door leading to the back alley, commonly known as the back door. At this time, A man walked out from behind that door. He was wearing a black coat and white gloves. He was a member of the Guru's organization. You are the leader of the new stronghold who defeated the leopard girl. You look so much like Yuji Muto. Come on, this is a challenge letter. Miao reached out and caught a photo. He took a look and almost uttered the word fuck. The photo showed a man with a bruised face and nose. It was Keith Howard. The question is, Keith was controlled by Malik, so Malik was beaten? Judging from the photo, Keith's eyes were cold and cruel, and it was obvious that Malik's consciousness had not left Keith's body. Miao, several of our stronghold leaders will be waiting for you at the coast tonight. If you don't come, this guy in the photo, will be your fate. Dare to go against several stronghold leaders? When several stronghold leaders got the news that the leopard girl was defeated, they agreed to unite to deal with Miao, so as not to be defeated one by one. Otherwise, when Lord Malik arrives in this city, how can they get to the top if they are incompetent? Miao, the thorn, must be dealt with in advance. Miao may be very strong, but if several stronghold leaders work together to deal with you, how will the other party respond? After the Gillis hunter finished speaking, he wanted to leave, but he saw Miao looking at him with a look of pity. It was as if they were about to die. Miao felt that this group of Gillis stronghold leaders were all talents. By mistake, they actually caught their boss and beat him up. What a good guy. Okay, I agree. Miao looked confident. It was a good thing that this group of people were gathered together so that he wouldn't waste time fighting them one by one. After defeating this group of people in front of Malik tonight, it would be enough to prove his worth. Being the leader of the stronghold was no longer enough for Miao. The next step was to become the mainstay and then swallow up Guru sooner or later. Chapter 25 Krill Game. It was night. In the dark clouds, a ray of light flashed. Boom, crack, followed by thunderous sounds. The waves hit the rocks, and the atmosphere in a warehouse not far away was extremely dull. Keith Howard's hands were tied to the stakes, and his cold eyes scanned the 5 black-clad men nearby. They were the remaining 5 stronghold lords in Tangxi City. Malik, hidden in Keith's body, remembered the voices, heights, and names of these people. Wait, his body is not far from Tangxi City. It will take about an hour for Malik, holding the 1000-year artifact, to reach the coast of this city. Haha. Dare to tie him up and humiliate him here? After landing, the first thing he will do is to kill these 5 stronghold lords. In fact, Malik once thought about whether to abandon Keith, the puppet, and let his consciousness return to the body. At least, that would save a lot of physical pain, but Malik did not do so. This is a conspiracy arranged by several stronghold leaders against Miao, and he was implicated. Compared with being implicated, Malik wanted to know whether Miao would come. Don't let me down, Miao. At this time, the pale-skinned and black-clothed man suddenly asked, Sutan, do you think that Miao dares to come? The stronghold lord known as Sutan showed a malicious smile on his face and replied, Musan, this is really a good question. If he doesn't come, it proves that he is afraid, and he won't dare to continue to shout about defeating us one by one after tonight. If Miao really comes, then kill him here. Sutan looked at Dio who was sitting by the window and blurted out, how, what's the situation? Dio held a telescope in his hand, with the words unbelievable written on his face. He said, he's coming. What? Question mark? The expressions of several stronghold lords present were stunned. With so many of them joining forces, this Miao actually dared to come. Skilled people are bold. Was it intentional, or does this guy have any tricks up his sleeve? Wuzan's expression was a little restless. He was cautious and timid, so it was inevitable that he would think so. Humph, he is not alone. Dio was angry, and he gritted his teeth. Cheetah, that loner, is willing to help him. Doesn't this muscular woman advocate the lone wolf concept, and not live with the weak? When did she learn to form a team? But, what about a leopard girl? There are 5 of them here. Each duelist is amazing, and has unique skills. Boom boom, the sound of the motorcycle engine came from far away, until bang. The door was directly knocked open. A black heavy-duty modified motorcycle came into everyone's eyes. Zzzzz. The tire dragged to scratches on the ground. Miao let go of the hand on the leopard girl's waist and walked down from the motorcycle. It's really great to say, it feels great. This place is really too far from the arcade, and Miao wanted to get a shared bicycle to ride over. I don't know which idiot punctured the tire of the bicycle. There was no other way. Miao could only ask leopard girl to borrow transportation. After leopard girl knew about it, she said she wanted to play cards together, so she personally drove him over. I want to play too. Leopard girl had an estimate of her own strength. Dealing with 2 stronghold leaders was her biggest limit at the moment, and she couldn't choose the 3 strongest ones. As a duelist, it was normal to want to play cards when she was addicted to playing cards. Miao wanted to say that he didn't need help, and his biggest goal tonight was to try out the new deck. The more enemies, the better. But leopard girl knew from her excited expression that this was a restless master. Then the 3 of you can come together. Miao looked at the remaining 3 stronghold lords. He opened his duel disc, exuding a burning desire to fight. From the moment Miao appeared, Keith, Malik's eyes never left him for a second. Don't pretend. There are 3 of us. You're dead tonight. After Dio finished speaking, the 3 of them opened the duel disc together. Duel mode. 1v3 round robin. Dio, Musen, and Sukyutin each have 4000 initial health points. When one of the 3 loses, the substitute takes over, and the cards left on the field, in the graveyard, and in the exclusion zone, pocket, by the previous duelist are inherited by the substitute's duelist. Side quest, round robin, details, just 1 step away from the top. You who have just entered the dueling world are about to experience your first unusual duel. Goal, victory reward. Penalty, none time, none gain. Temporary, none. Miao glanced at the side quest, and then threw himself into the duel. Duel. Asterisk. For Miao. 4000 LP Dio /Musen /Sukyutin. 4000 LP asterisk 3 the first duelist to challenge Miao is Dio. However, at this time, Miao felt that the atmosphere around him was not right, and a black fog slowly permeated in front of him that he could see with his naked eyes. This unusual black fog constantly stimulated Miao's instinct as a duelist. Miao has an attribute column with the option of darkness. He is very sure that someone has activated the dark game in this duel. This person is not Malik. Who is it? Really silent. Miao gave an order. The top female magician appeared, and she wrapped her arms around Miao's neck. Miao did not have time to experience the soft touch behind him, but used the power of the powerful duel elves to sweep towards the 3 people in front of him. Through the distorted blindfold, Miao saw the duelist named Sutin, exuding a sticky evil power all over his body. It was him. This person activated the dark game. In Yu-Gi-Oh, activating the dark game is not just talk. Either rely on the unusual power of the elves, or rely on strange and rare props. Behind Sutin, Miao vaguely saw a black shadow. The other party should have used the power of this black shadow to activate the dark game. Keith, Malik, looked at the duelist Sutin, and his expression was very surprised. There are such talents among gurus. While no one was paying attention, Keith, Malik, revealed a golden eye pattern on his forehead. What went wrong? He felt that something was wrong with this duel. The dark game was successfully activated. This life and death duel did not surprise Dio and Musen. They seemed to have known that Sukyutin could start this terrible battle ritual. Sukyutin has used the power of the mysterious card picked up from the sea again. That's good. Just kill Miao and put an end to it. My turn. Draw a card. Dio drew a card from the deck. Hahaha, it seems that you have bad luck, Miao. After saying that, Dio held up a magic card and activated it. Star explosion! Exclamation mark. For every 500 life points you pay, you can choose a monster in your hand and reduce it by 1 star. Equivalent exchange. Very fair. Dire. 4000 LP 3000 LP 0 0. Thanks to book friends 2020032616351142 and T28 for their support 0. 0. Thanks to book friends for their collection and recommendation votes 0. 0. Thanks to book friends dow 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 dow. 202204290736300648. Feng Huozig Wang and Happy Bookman for their monthly ticket support. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.